All right, what's good, man? I'm so sorry. Had technical issues again. Passwords onto a laptop. I am so sorry, man. I had communication difficulties this fine morning. Let me say what's up to everybody, man. My man Ernie V in the building. What's going on, man? What's going on? Steph said Trill Bill. Ernie B. What he doing? He doing what he got to do promoting his son. Yeah, he is. Plagiarism in the building. Brandon Tudor, what's going on? Quincy, my man in the building. Double zeros, man. In the building. What's going on, man? Lone Star Steph in the building. What's happening? Ernie V, what's happening? My man Brandon Tudor, what's going on, man? He said, hi, for sure. Seeing is believing much better than any breakdown. Definitely worth checking out that part of the video. What you talking about, Brandon Tudor? Oh, y'all talking about that stuff again? What's going on, my man? Andrew Gray, Lone Star Steph in the building. What's good? Hey, Timothy Stoudemire, what's happening? What's happening? Ernie V in the building. What's going on, man? He said Fanon was just asking him specific questions and wasn't let Bill CNC anger the subject. So wouldn't let him Bill change the subject or just go left with it. Yeah, I mean, you know, my man, what's going on? Man, y'all, I'm trying to tell you, it's a boxing forum. Cats like to talk in the comment section. I shouldn't be telling y'all what to do, though. Anyway, my man Timothy Stoudemire in the building. What's going on? Let me roll down. My man William Collins in the building, man. Ernie said, Fanon ain't never this late. Hey, man, that's because I couldn't get into my computer. Dog, trust me, man. I wasn't trying to be. But look, on Saturdays, I ain't gonna lie. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm going down to San Antonio for this fight tonight, and I'm going there with my son and my daughter. So we got a lot of stuff to do. So I had to get all my work done this morning. So I pushed the live stream to 9 o'clock. But then when I tried to get on his laptop, I couldn't figure out the password. My son, who is a great kid, love him to death, but you know, he's still a young man who doesn't know necessarily that passwords have to be precise. You know what I mean? You can't be writing, you know what I'm saying? The password has to be precise for it to work. So we had to go through several iterations of him being precise about what the password was. He would, man, I love my son to death, man. But, man, it took me about a half hour to get into my laptop. Hey, anyway, man, my bad, man. He said, we understand. Oh, nah, we understand, but that man duck. What you talking about, man? I said, it's all good. We just glad you're on. Okay, thanks, man. Yeah, sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. I said, just a fan. We know the pity. So, look, man, I'm going to put the link in the comment section a little bit earlier today. Because, you know, I want to be able to chop it up about a lot of different stuff. Hold on one second, man. Let me do something. So I remind oh yeah. We didn't talk about this yesterday, man. First and foremost, bro, Derek James is right, man. I'm looking at this fight film. If this fight happens, and let me trust you, me, every day, I swear to God, man, somebody says something that makes it seem like the fight is not going to happen. Those guys do not sound. I'm trying to tell you, man. Errol Spence Jr. answered a question about that fight, dog. That dude he looked more frustrated every time he's asked about that fight. Less certain, more frustrated every time. Mike Kirkland in the building said, glad to go. He said, it's part of the show. Yes, sir. Much love in that super chat, brother. Much love in that super chat, brother. Hold on 1 second. He said, we need that fight. I was thinking to say, dude, every time they talk about it, man. He said, your sound is still a little muffled, Fanon. Could be me. Let me tell you, is this muffled? It shouldn't be. This. Did you hear that? Let me know. Let me know if y'all heard that, man. I think y'all should have heard that. That shit, it worked a million times, man. So it worked a million times. I don't know why it wouldn't work this morning. He said, whoa. He said, whoa, I heard it. That's what's up, man. Lightning looks great. Oh, lighting looks great. Gong is, what is that? Oh, yeah, man. We official now. Gong's still alive. It's a good start to the morning. Yes, sir. We got the gong back, man. I needed my gong back. Hey, what did he say? Hold on 1 second. Sound is funny. The talking sounds a little bit. Oh, hold on. Let me see something. Hold on 1 second. That there may be that. Let me check something. Oh yeah. That's only because of this. All right, how's that? I selected the wrong mic. Does that now here? Now let's test this. How does it sound now? How did that sound? How did that sound? Let me know. That should have sounded better. Better. There you go. Yeah. Plus 20. Nazir King. Look at this, man. He said plus odds for Kasim for Rahman is crazy. Oh no, because they're gonna fix that fight, bro. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, brother. Unless, hey man, I'm telling you right now, dog. I envisioned that fight. I'm like, man, dude. First of all, you think those are not? I think they're fixed fights anyway. That's what I think. I think it's a fixed fight. And you can say what you want. I think that what that people ain't above fixing a fight. So you know what I'm saying? I think it's going in. I was like, oh, they're gonna fix the fight, huh? You're fighting a sparring partner, right? Now I like. Don't get me wrong. I like Hasim Rahman. I like it. I like him. I don't know how they're gonna fix that fight, but I think that fight's gonna be. I think that's gonna be. I'm telling you, I think that's gonna be a fixed fight. They're gonna pull something funny on that one. He's sparring with Hasim Rahman Jr. Hasim Rahman Jr. is like a dude. That dude is really isn't he a heavyweight? Didn't he fight like as a heavyweight and then lose weight and come down? You know what I'm saying? So, nah, man, I ain't buying that, man. Hey, Radio Killer said, good morning, Fanon. It's 7:30 where I am in Las Vegas, and chat texts you 3 chats, $1 and 634 in, and none showed up, but do you know how to troubleshoot? But your voice is clear. Okay, thank you, brother. Yeah, he's a heavyweight. Yeah, he's a heavyweight. And they're going to fix that fight. I don't believe it. They're going to be like, he's going to drop his hands, take a dive. Something funny going to happen with that one. I don't believe it. Because they're going to give him some credibility. So now he's a real fighter. You know what I mean? Now he's a real fighter. I don't believe it, man. I'm going to tell you. I do not believe that. I'm not going to believe it. I do not believe him until I see him fight somebody. Hey, thank you, brother. I'm sorry, man. Did I see the super chat? Or you said earlier it didn't show? Hold on one second, man. Let me go up, man, because you said there was a super chat and it didn't show up. Mike Kirkland, Al Money in the building. They supported. Thank you, brother. All right. He said, Timothy says that for sure will be fixed. Yeah, I ain't. Yes, they both big men know. Hey, man, I don't believe him, bro. Okay, your comments. I'm just going to tell you I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Or you're going to see Hasim Rahman beat his ass. I just don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. I don't believe it. Now, I don't know. I'm just saying, man, this is highly susceptible for some phoniness to go on. I don't believe him at all. Or the other side of it is that he does well with Hasim Rahman in sparring. You know, or he does well with Hasim Rahman in sparring, so he feels like, okay, yeah, I can do this. And Hasim Rahman is sitting back thinking like, man, when we put these real gloves on, and you take that headgear off, dude, I'm gonna hurt you. Because Hasim Rahman Hasim Rahman is really, he said, I don't think it's fixed. Hasim really ain't all that to begin with. He already has a loss, easy target. Yeah, but look, man, Jake Paul hasn't even been fighting guys his own size yet. Jake Paul's been fighting guys that are welterweights. Jake Paul's not all that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Hakeem Rahman Jr. is about to fight Jared Anderson. You know, I'm not saying that. But he ain't all that. Yeah, I mean, you know, what they say, he's got one loss. However, he has a legitimate amateur background. He's a legitimate fighter. He's a legitimate fighter. But we'll see. I mean, if it's not and it's a real deal and all that, and all I'm going to tell you is that Jake Paul's going to win. They're not putting him in there with anybody he can't. He's not going to put himself in there with any, unless he's just, hey, man, I'm sick of people saying I'm not a real fighter, and he jumps out there. Hey, Justin Van say you can't even call them welterweights. They haven't fought. Yeah, exactly. Dudes have never been in a ring before. Still, that's a big jump up, man. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Yeah, Ernie V said, Errol said he wants Rolly or Pitbull next for Frank Martin. Which one do you want to see? Rolly. I want to see Rolly for Frank Martin. Rolly. Absolutely. Rolly, then Pitbull. Rolly, then Pitbull. Because that would be fun, man. Because Rolly's going to be the A side. Because Rolly's going to be the A side, dog. And I can't wait to see him strut his A side business. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to be out here straight up 100%. I'm the A side, man. I'm the A side. Bring me Rolly, man. I want to see Rolly fight anybody. I just want to hear him run his mouth, man. No joke. Oh, then Michelle Rivera, yeah. But see, that I'm going to tell you, man, those guys, see, those are going to be tough, man. Those are going to be tough, man. And those belts are going to do them belts. Dog, Devin, man. Dog, don't get used to that. I'm going to tell you right now. Devin got a real one coming at him. Devin Haney fans, you got a real one coming at you. You got a real one coming at you. A real one coming at you. We gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Devin gonna have a chance to really prove it. He's gonna have a chance to really prove it. Really prove it. No joke. Do not think it's coming, dog. It's a coming at you. You know what I'm saying? It's a coming at you. Richardson Hitchens is up at 140, though. Richardson Hitchens, yeah, I mean Lomachenko, dog. Hey, Ghost said, Fanon, that stream when Bill came on still got me dying. Yeah, man, dude, seriously, man. Hey, man, thank you to everybody that supports in the super chats and the cash ass, brother. It really does keep the channel going, bro. And I want to let you know, dog, as much as y'all love that, dog, that was one of the worst performing live streams that I've had. I was like, yeah, man. Man, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Y'all some funny stuff, bro. Oh, he said, Fanon, I have never seen Bill that quiet or stutter anywhere in all these years. That stream got me dying. Look, man, I'll have a whole lot of niggas stuttering. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Dog, and hey, Bill, trust me, I will have a lot of dudes stuttering. A lot of them. Okay? Hey, man, y'all was some funny, bro. That was funny. I woke my girl up laughing. Anyway, man, why y'all keep bringing this up, man? I thought that's old news, bro. What's going on, Grindhard Sports Nation? Grindhards, what's going on, man? I'm trying to tell you, man. Look, dude, certain cats, oh, dog, I definitely have them stuttering, bro, and looking stupid. For now, I've been telling them IG, they don't want yet, but they find out. Oh, say, what is it? You said, Fanon, I've been telling them they don't know yet, but they finding out. What do you mean? What are you talking about? They don't know about what? When Fanon around, Bill be quiet. When he leaves, he be talking. Dog, stop, man. Y'all put me in the middle of nothing, bro. Seriously, man. Y'all put me in the middle. Y'all put me in the middle of nonsense, bro. Look, dude, let me tell you something, man. It's going to be a good conversation with any of these dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be a good conversation with anybody, man. Stop. I mean, for real. It's going to, dude. Dan Rayville is not going to talk to me, dude. about a lot of stuff. It'll all be good, man. But not about that lineal stuff. Oh, they think they can debate with you. Then we plan and think we plan when they say Fanon unbeatable. Let me tell you something, dude. Your favorite YouTube channel, I'll smash that dude. I mean it. Like, go this. Like I said, I am right here. Like I told you, they know I'm right here, dude. I used to have a show called OG Boxing Talk. Trust me. Didn't nobody get no, dude. The one reason I'm telling you, people do not believe this. But you know the reason that there is no OG Boxing Talk? The main reason why there is no OG Boxing Talk is because really, dude, cats would get pissed off because they could be right. They could really feel they're right, and they could not get past it with me. And they thought it was unfair. I was told by several people, it's just unfair. They're like, yeah, we're trying to have a conversation, but it's not fair. You cannot outtalk. You can't outtalk Fanon. Yeah, but you're right. You can't. Cannot outtalk me. Trust me. It's very much a skill. It's very much a skill. It's not a guess. It's a skill. If you sit up there, and I'm not, this is a good comparison, okay? You are not going to beat Steph Curry in a three-point shooting contest, bro. You're not going to do it. Okay? Yeah, Doug. You can hit a bunch of threes. I got it. Go out there from NBA range and bet that dude some money. He's going to beat you. You're not going to beat him. Why? Because that dude made a living shooting threes. Dog, you have no idea how much I've argued in my life. How many people are massively skilled debaters have been around. And, dude, you cannot be off your cue with none of these dudes, man. None of them, dude. These guys make livings catching niggas on little itty-bitty shit. So, dude, I'm just trying to tell you, man. Go said, I remember that one time you said, even if I'm wrong, I'm not losing this. I'm not. I'm still like, dude, you're not going to do, no way. Because, look, man, not only do I know the fallacies, dude, if I pull one on your ass, you're not going to know how to get out of it. No joke. That's what these dudes do. They don't know how to defend fallacies. They know how to use them. That's why they think that they're great debaters. No, you know how to use fallacies. You know how to make fallacious arguments. And if you make a bunch of fallacious arguments around somebody that does not know how to stop them, you can do layups all day. But what if somebody keeps making you turn? They make you turn. You go this way. In basketball, my son taught me this. If you dribbling, right? This is what a good defender is. A defender can get you to turn 3 times. You want to go this way, all of a sudden he cuts you off. You got to go that way. Then he cuts you off this way. Then you got to go back that way. Then he cuts you off this way. You got to go back that way. That's a good defender. You get 3 turns. They're focused on turns. I'm telling you, dude, I will make you turn. And then I will make you turn again. And I'll make you turn again. And I'll make you turn again. And I'll make you turn again. And then turn again. And then turn again. And your ass will be bouncing. Bop, 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 right in a straight line. Because there is literally a comparison between a debate and how you defend somebody in a physical sense. Because physicality, mentality, and spirituality is all of the same essence. All of the same essence, created from the same thing. All have similarities, all based off the same basic structure. Same basic structure. And you're dumb. And I'm going to tell you, clown, you're dumb. No joke. You're dumb. Not Bill Haney. You're dumb, though. Please, dog. You're dumb. So, look, man, stop being dumb. Stop being dumb. You're not getting out of that. Anyway, Keith Nolan said, yo, thank you, brother. Say, yo, Chad, I know y'all have seen Enter the Dragon. Pretend you're Bruce Lee and hit that like button. Is O'Hara, who was responsible for his sister's death, and double step crossover sidekick that like button. You know what it is. Absolutely, brother. Radio Kill said, true. For now, big ups. You absolutely the best at debating on your lives. Look, man, I'm not debating them. I'm teaching them. Look, bro. I only debate my equals. Everybody else I teach. So it's not a big problem, bro. I'm not even mad at you. I'm not even mad at you, Drew. Trust me. I'm not mad. I'm joking. I'm not mad at you, though. Just don't try it with me, man. Don't get brave. You know what I'm saying? Dog, don't get brave. Here, don't get brave. Here, hey, man, you may be able to get brave. All right? Here, don't get brave. You know what I'm saying? Don't get brave. Don't do it. Don't get brave. My dude, man, let me tell you something, man. Hey, man, much love. Thank you for supporting in the super chat so I can actually talk about this, bro. Look, man, I got my dude, right? It's my dude. This dude is first of all, he's a lawyer, right? He's founded his own company, sold his company for millions of dollars, right? Is basically up in one of the thought leaders in education in the country, right? A thought leader. We just put it like a thought leader, right? Dude, I would slap his ass around in a debate. Pip, 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 pip. He be trying to get me. I'll be like, dog, don't even, come on, man. He said he'll ask me a question just every once in a while, bro. He'll try to catch me. I'll be like, dog, blah, blah, blah. I'm not even gonna say what it is. But he'd be like, damn. I was like, exactly, bro. You're never gonna get me. You're never gonna get me, man. You're never gonna get me, man. The only way them dudes can get me, the only way my dude can get me is because he'd be like, hey, dog, you want to spend some money? Like, hey, man, no, I can't. I can't do that because money talk. Yeah, exactly. Money talk. Bullshit walk, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, William Collins said, just supporting the channel. Back to work, IG. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, Will Collins. I did get that. I think maybe I missed that super chat. Thank you for the support, bro. Really, 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 really. Subjugated Truth in the building, man. He said, good morning, Fanon. I just left Walmart with tears in my eyes, 12 pounds of groceries, very little meat for $285 shake. Oh, my God. Go Biden. Go Biden. Go Biden. Yeah. Go Biden. You know what I'm saying? Go international interventionists. Yeah. Go international interventionists. Go ahead. Yeah. Drive up the price of gas and as a result, everything else. Because Trump wants to build a wall. Man, you should let that dude build that wall and let them dudes dig them tunnels. Okay? Build a wall. Okay? We'll pay for the whole wall. Build a wall. Let them people dig up underneath it. Okay? Because trust me, the wall ain't going to stop them. Just build a wall. All right? At least our president isn't tweeting though, right? Exactly. Well, he don't tweet. You know what I'm saying? He ain't saying stupid shit. Oh, yeah, thank you, man. My God, man. Hey, man, no joke, man. Y'all, seriously, man. He said, hi, I'm going to tell him I hate that guy. Hey, dog, look, man. Y'all fell for that okie doke, bro. I'm telling you, I didn't vote for that dude. That shit drove up. Dude, COVID ended miraculously. Look, man, Biden got in office. Miraculously, COVID dropped. And the price of gas goes through the roof. Anyway, man, whatever, dog. Y'all keep playing that game, bro. You know good and well Biden had nothing to do with inflation. No, I do not know good and well shit. Stop it. I know it all had to, I know that this fake ass Russian shit has something to do with Vladimir Putin invading Ukraine, which drives up the price of oil, doesn't it? When it drives up the price of oil, it drives up the price of everything, which drives up inflation, stupid. Because inflation is literally when the price of everything goes up and your money is worth less. Stupid. So do not tell me that somebody having issues with Russia does not increase the cost of gas, which then drives up the cost of your driving to go get anything. Then as a result of them having to drive food to a store, it now costs more money to drive food to the store. And since it costs more money to drive food to the store, now they're going to charge you more money for the product at the store. And in order to make a profit and pay people that work at the store, they then have to charge you more money at the store for what they have at the store. And as a result of you having to spend more of your money for the same things, the value of your money goes down. Inflation is the effect of the value of your money. You get more cash, but the cash is worth less. Yes, exactly. There's inflation worldwide. You're right. The United States is a superpower. We're all over the world. Just kidding me? Anyway, not interested in your stupidity. I don't want to talk boxing. I want to talk boxing. Something nice and pleasant. Okay, I don't want to talk politics. So stop. Okay? I don't want to talk politics. I don't want to do it. So let's get back to boxing, bro. James said, careful, you might get demonetized for talking about politics. Nah, this video is not monetized. None of my live streams are monetized. The only way that any money comes in a live stream is through super chats and cash apps, and that's it. There is no monetization of my live stream. So it really does not matter. I'm not going to get a community strike or anything like that because it's not monetized. Just to let you know, it's not monetized. I don't get paid anything for this video. Nothing. YouTube gets paid on this video. The only thing that helps the channel is when you guys donate in the super chat and the cash app. No joke. That's why I say it's important. You know what I mean? Anyway. Look, Justin, hey, man, anyway, man, let's drop that, bro. I actually agree with Low Tolliver. I don't want to do that. Because do not make me think I'm joking about liking Trump. Okay? But please do not lecture me on my understanding of inflation. I understand what inflation is, and I understand how it happens. Okay? And I also understand there's a lot of people making a lot of money off of it. Anyway, so let's get back to this boxing talk, bro. See, I'll get fired up as well. Yeah, man, I don't want to do that, man. This is a place where you're not supposed to talk, where you don't have to talk boxing. I mean, you don't have to talk about all that stuff. And everybody can just be, you can be you can be whatever you want to be. You can think whatever you want to think. If you think this, that's cool, that's fine. All of that. You know what I'm saying? He said in Chicago area, it's not quite $25 per popcorn bag yet, but it's close. Look, man, it's ridiculously expensive. Everything. It is. It's ridiculously expensive. The price of everything is going up dramatically. But it is what it is, man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They'll discover the fix for it. Don't worry. Just keep voting for if you're a Republican, keep voting for the Republicans, and Democrats, you keep voting for the Democrats, and it'll all work out. See, that's why I got a red and blue cup. Okay? Hey, man. My man, hey, see that this is right here is how the channel is monetized. How the live stream is monetized. My man James Fife in the building with the super chat, brother. Thank you so much for that support in the chat, brother. Your people buy $1,000 of fireworks and complain about gas. Your people get the fuck out of my chat, you fucking idiot. My people don't buy fireworks. What the fuck are you talking about, you clown? My people buy fireworks. I don't know anybody in my family that buys fireworks. Anyway, Ray Patterson said, what is happening, Mr. Martin? How are you doing today? I'm doing well, man. I can't complain, man. We sitting there trying to get this conversation back to boxing. You know what I mean? I want to talk about how Terence Crawford, how my man, Eddie, what's my man's name? Fast Eddie Chambers, who is a professional fighter, said he doesn't know how in the world Terence Crawford is going to get Errol Spence Jr. off of him. He said, how's he going to get him off of him? How's he going to keep him off of him? Man, what's his name said that too. Shoot, Roy Jones was like, hey, man, you're going to have to push that guy back or you're going to have a very, very hard fight, bro. That is not some normal-ass dude over there, man. It ain't trying to kill you. You know what I mean? Timothy Stoudemire in the building said, my boy Quincy Carter back in the building. Much love, Timothy Stoudemire. You know who he is. You know who he is. What's going on, Remy Ogon in the building, brother? Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I don't like that. Your people. I mean, who your people will spend $1,000 on firework and complain about the cost of gas? Yeah, they will. So what? They probably complaining about the cost of fireworks too, and bread, and milk, and electricity, and everything else. An idiot. Anyway. Bearcat Ham said, Errol said the fight is closer than ever to happen the other day. I feel like in there. Nah. I can feel, hey, that's my guy, Benny Siegel. But no. Bearcat Hampton, you got to listen to everything that man said. What he said was, it is closer than it ever was. So if it does not happen now, it's never going to happen. That's what he said. It's closer than it ever was, which is true because the shit wasn't remotely close to happening. But closer than it ever was does not mean that it's close, right? Take, for example, I am closer now to being a billionaire than I've ever been. Why do you say that? Because yesterday I had $1. I had never had more than $500 in my life. Now I've got 5,000. I am closer to being a billionaire than I've ever been in my life. See what I mean? See that phrasing? And guess what else? Guess who else used that phrase? Stephen Espinoza used that phrase. That's a Stephen Espinoza phrase. So that was not hopeful. Because he's using other people's phrases, which is trying to be optimistic, keeping it out there in the air about the fight and all of that. But, you know, all I know is I heard Bernie the Boxer sound mighty, how can I say, we may do something else-ish because they trying to take all the advantages, right? They want all the advantages. He said, just got to piss on my parade, huh? Hey, let me tell you something, Bearcat Hampton, man, I just got to tell you, bro. I got it. Let me tell you, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. That's what I do. I'm saying that's like when Kobe Bryant was asked, dude, he says funny. He said, who has ever beaten you at one-on-one on your team? And he said, look, nobody. The only person that ever may beat me in one-on-one is the guy that retired with that last shot in Utah, right? That's the only one. He said, because, man, that's what I do. I do one-on-one. Ain't nobody beat me out no one-on-one. That's what I do. Look, man, you're not going to mince no words with me, brother. That's what I do. I listen to what you say, and I'm going to that's why I hate talking. Man, my son be driving me nuts with that shit. Like, my son be driving me nuts with it. My son is better than you. I'm trying to tell you. My 16-year-old son will mop you clowns. It means mop you. He will mop you in a debate. He ain't mopping me. He don't trust me. However, it's a wrestling match for sure. It's a wrestling match. Because I got to bring that dude back a bazillion times. Get him back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. And he'll actually get it back to the point and do it with the point and micro cut on you. Trying to tell you, dude, y'all ain't that good, man. Y'all ain't that good. Trust me. Davion Bible says, salute Fanon. Would it be unreasonable to think Spence versus Crawford would play out in a similar fashion at Jones versus Hopkins? No, they don't fight like that. They don't fight like that. No. Bernard Hopkins is not that aggressive. And neither is Roy Jones. Neither one of those guys are that aggressive, Davion Bible. Much love in that super chat, brother. Much love in that super chat. Thank you so much for that support, bro. My man, forever remain nameless, said, I'm the undisputed two super chat champ, $2 super chat chance. Franchise me. You are franchise, brother. You are the king of the blues, brother. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate you, man. Forever remain nameless in the building, man. And my man, Jeffrey Brooks, said this fight has been close to happening for almost 2 months now. I will believe it when I see it. Oh, yeah, dog. Absolutely, bro. Most importantly, will y'all please make some other damn fights? Stop killing the big fights so the big fights can happen. I blame Eddie Hearn. I blame Eddie Hearn. I blame you promoters who are out here having you guys that keep killing big fights. Make the big fight so other people, so they're like, man, that's a big fight. I can't wait for another big fight. But you guys kill all the big fights. You kill them all. There's no momentum. The PBC just had some momentum this first half of this year. They had momentum. It was good fight after good fight after good fight. Y'all kill all of them, especially not top rank, especially Eddie Hearn. And get into women's boxing and get out of men's boxing, man. Get out. Get out. Man, you guys stood in the way of those Canelo fights, man. Get out. Get out. You've had Canelo, they have had Canelo Alvarez for 3 years and have not made a good Canelo Alvarez fight in 3 years. Get out. Oh, Shoni D said, what other way can Bug go? Oh, I got a video. I got an idea on that. You know, I got a video where I'm going to discuss that. Man, let me leave these clowns alone, bro. This is what I'll say. He has two routes to undisputed. And one is more realistic than the other. He's got a stronger play at undisputed, his second route to undisputed, than he does in his first route to undisputed. So if I was from everything that I know, if I was advising Terence Crawford, I would tell him this. You have two routes to undisputed. Errol and Jermel, which I think he already knows, right? Errol and Jermel are your two routes. You can force one, you can't force the other. And if you force one, you will eventually force, and you're successful, you will force the big fight. Because they can't get out of it. All you have to be is patient. All you got to be is patient. And they can't get out of the second one because you're playing chess, right? That's my move. That's what I'll say. Only thing that they can do is the second option could drop a belt. But within that situation, doesn't matter because now at least you get something where you're going to be a champion in the third weight division. So yeah, strategically, that's his bat now. His best alternative to a negotiated agreement with Errol Spence. He has options. He does. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. If he gets the same amount of money for the second one as the first one, why not go with the second one? Because that first one may come back around. Right? Got it? Hold on one second, man. I am actually not going to do this, but I don't want to have to do this, but I'm telling you right now, I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm about to make my chats where you have to be subscribed to my channel for 7 months before you can leave a comment. I do not want to do it, but I'm telling you, King, if you don't stop that shit, I'm going to make it where you cannot leave a comment for 7 months. Got it? My next step with you is to make it so you cannot make a comment on my channel for 7 months. And the second you do, I'm going to block you for another 7 months. I do not want to do it, but you have got to stop this stupidity, dude. Okay? No, you don't agree. You don't. You're blocked. I'm going to tell you. I am going to make it impossible for you to chat for 7 months. You will have to age your channel. 7 months. You have to join. You will have to make a YouTube. You have to make a champion. You have to make a channel. You will have to wait, subscribe, and then you will have to wait 7 months before you can leave a video, before you can leave a chat, because everybody else has been in here. Everybody else has been here. And that will limit me having to moderate and block y'all people. You are that big a fucking troll, dude. I would really appreciate if you would just stop it. Because it's really old, bro. Need to have some IP bans. Look, man, just telling you, man. That's why there's so many moderators and why so many people get blocked. Mike Kirkland said, the first person I think about is Jeffrey Brooks when Spence beats Crawford. He a true Crawford fan. Let me tell you something, man. The second that this fight doesn't happen, bro, it's on Terence Crawford. 500 miles an hour, bro. You cannot tell me if this fight does not happen, it's because Terence Crawford turned down the fight. And then Terence Crawford should let people know what the offer was. Right? But that's what it is. And no, Errol Spence Jr. did not look particularly hopeful. He didn't. He didn't look particularly hopeful. He said, hey, Lonzo Turner said, I've been here for 3 years or more. Yeah, we've got subscribers who've been here 5 years, man. And you'll be like the only ones. Some of them, I hate they don't come around the channel anymore. Like my girl Ashley's Corner. I need to go to her videos and support her videos. She don't come around no more because of other stuff. But hey, how solo Fanon? Fanon, what's good? What's good? OG really want to see Janabek, the boogeyman at 160 fight the winner of GGG Canelo? Yeah, that'd be good. No joke, man. Dang, you like Janabek like that? That makes me doubt your picture. How solo? I have never seen a dude that looks like you be rooting for Janabek. That doesn't make any sense, bro. Your picture does not match your comment, homie. You know what I mean? It does not match your comment. Hey, Steven Figueroa, hey, Fanon, Fanon, enjoying watching Ghost fight with the family. Oh, yeah, I'm there, dog. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait, man. Reminds me of something, man. I got to do something real quick. But yeah, man, I can't wait. If I look away from this cannon for a second, yeah, man, I can't wait. You know who else I'm looking for? Samuel Arnold. I want to get there in time for Samuel Arnold. I'm looking forward to the Samuel Arnold fight. I'm looking forward to the Speedy Rashidi Ellis. He's fighting a trash can, but I'm looking forward to that one. Whole bunch of good ones I'm looking forward to. Ray Wallace in the building. What's good? Mansa Sheikh Zulu said, if TC turned down the Manny Pacquiao fight, I wouldn't be surprised if he does the same for the Errol Spence Jr. fight. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, man. I wouldn't be surprised. But look, man, I'm going to put a link in the chat. It's a link in the chat. Hey, y'all, I'd greatly appreciate it when y'all supporting the Super Chat and the Cash App. Like I said, this video is not monetized, so that, you can say what you want to say. So the support is really, really what makes the channel go. Simi Taylor said, Fanon, I haven't been here for long, but I am loyal to your channel. Great content, bro. Thank you, brother. That's why I'm really hesitant to do that, so that you can't comment. I don't really want to do that. I'm going to be very honest. I don't want to do that because there's a lot of people that continue coming to the channel that want to talk, and we get the benefit of having, cats that really know boxing that just discovered the channel for the first time. You know what I mean? For now, what do you say? Your boxing? Yeah, man, I do. I know a little something about boxing. You know what I mean? I know a little bit about boxing. I know. Dude's funny, man. Anyway, I just want to be one to Joan on these cats. Like, I could Jones on these cats for the next week, man. I can't believe y'all really tried that corny shit, man. You know what I mean? Straight corny, bro. Said, I've donated to many channels, but you, what you talking about, Codwell 22? Hey, T-Well, stop blocking people, brother. DOD said, just block the dude who pissed you off. Some of us are loyal, even though we're relatively new to the channel. DOG, I know. I got to keep blocking them. Got to block them a million times, dude. God dog, and she get on my nerves. Oh, I ain't on this computer no more. I can't do that. Got to do this. Stone Alone in the building. Much love in that super chat. Stone Alone. Thank you, brother. He says, salute for now. Salute to you, Stone Alone. Salute to you, brother. Hope you're doing well, man. Keith Nolan. Say, I got that link in that chat, though. If y'all want to debate each other, I'll moderate a debate. The Great Debate Day. Who wants smoke with who? We should mix it up and do it like that. Who wants smoke with who? Love it or hate it. TV in the building. Much love in that super chat, brother. Big time support. Thank you, man. Greatly, 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 greatly appreciated, homie. Thank you, man. Holo Sosa, Fernando, know a little bit about boxing. Judge me knowing a good fighter based off my picture. No, Holo Solo, it's not that you would know a good fighter. I would judge you based on, let me prove my point, bro. All right, watch this, brother. I will see if I'm wrong. I've been around this game. I've been around this game for a long time. Okay. I went the wrong place. I have a lot of experience with live streams. So first and foremost, I got a lot of experience in live streams, bro, and in comments. So let me go to your channel. All right, I would say that I think I could be wrong because you actually have a channel that is old. So yeah, it does throw me off that you would say Janabek. Instant loans, bad loans, instant karma loans, hip hop trade. Yeah, it just wouldn't make sense. Like, where did you see Janabek fight? You know what I mean? Like, when have you seen Janabek fight? That's just a little bit off to me. Because usually when you see black people haven't seen a lot of Janabek fights. They don't live. Where do you see him fight at? You know what I mean? Are you looking at the highlight reels, right? Like, you'd be surprised how many people claim they like Monster Inoue and have never seen him fight. You know why? Because the guy is literally on at 5 a.m. in the morning. And he's on not, and his fights aren't televised in the U.S. A lot of them are not, right? So there may have only been 4 or 5 fights that Monster Inoue has had that has actually been televised in the United States. So I just want to know, how did you get to see him fight? You know what I mean? Really? How did you see him fight? It's not like it's Gervonta Davis where it's on Showtime, right? I know you can see him fight. Stone Alone in the building says salute for now. Salute to you, Stone Alone. Based off your picture, yeah, I would wonder, where did you get to see him fight? If you had some Eastern European name, I'd be like, oh, okay, you must be from over there, and boom. But when I see you, I'm like, okay, you're an American. You want to see Janabek. Where have you seen Janabek fight? I haven't seen a lot of Janabek fight. I haven't seen a lot of his fights. I suspect there's not that many fights that have been televised. Hate it or love it TV in the building. Much love, bro. For real. Geeks in the universe, bro. Thank you so much for that support. He said, good morning, Fanon. Hope all is well. Wish me luck. I'll be shooting a video for my comic book today. Oh, yes, sir. Hey, I wish you skill and belief in yourself. You don't need luck. Wish me luck. I'll be shooting the video for my comic book today. As long as you like, as long as it's like weather and all that. But if it's skill, I just, hey man, be confident in your ability. Much love in that super chat to Geeks of the Universe. Jay Coop in the bill said, brother Fanon, great boxing talk and good coffee. On another note, I look forward to seeing GGG Whoop on Canelo. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Jay Coop. Appreciate you, brother. Much love in that super chat, man. That is a huge thank you. Thank you. Yeah, dog. Nobody wants to smoke, bro, with each other. I put the link in the chat. They don't like it. I'm trying to tell you. Janabek is a 160-pound, like a guy that's going to be the mandatory for. He's like the mandatory for, I think, Demetrius Andrade. Hold on one second. I think he is I'm pretty sure that he is. The guy that they want to have fight Demetrius Andrade. That is there. Where is the other thing that I'm looking for? Hold on one second. Dang, man. Where's my shit? I'll get back to that in a second. I don't know what I just did with. Hold on one second. There you go. All righty. That solved my problem. Sorry about that. I had to look something real quick. Avery 81st in the building. What's good with you, sir? How you feeling, man? Much love in that super chat, brother. Much love in that super chat, bro. Bearcat Hampton in the building says some people are trying to say he beat Andrade. He can beat Andrade. I only seen Janabek fight once. Didn't look like anything special to me. Yeah, so like let's look. Hold on one second. Gotta do something, man. Gotta multitask for a second right here. Gotta multitask. Yeah, I've seen Janabek fight. I do believe I've seen him fight one time. Oh, these three. Okay, one. Ugh, hold on one second. I'll know how it is based on this. Yeah, that, and that. Those are the three. All righty, and let's do this. We're going to do this one step at a time. Like that. T. Wells in the building. Hold on one second, man. Hey, that's what's up, Avery 81st. Hey, T. Wells in the building. Much love in that super chat. Said, who I block, phone in the pocket, doing his yard work. I got an earpiece, but wanted to show some love. What up, chat? Back to the yard work. BR, what is this? BRB? What is BRB? Much love in that super chat, man. Beautiful family, too, by the way, there, T. Wells. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you for that support, bro. Thank you for that support, man. It means a lot, man. And Avery 81st said, feeling good. OG, bless you, Brad. Bless you too, brother. Much love in that super chat. Thank you, man. Yeah, he's a killer. I'm just trying to say, man. You know, he may very well be. But I don't know if he's gonna be Demetrius Andrade. You know, I wouldn't be surprised though. Is he over on DAZN? So more than likely he's on DAZN then, right? Janabek. Is Janabek on DAZN? Hey, Keith Nolan, much love in that super chat, bro. Keith Nolan says, shoot, at this point, I'd watch Andrade fight the guy that works out at Burger King down the street. I like watching him fight, and it's been a minute. Yeah, dog, absolutely, bro. Here you go, man. I'll draft that link again. Hey, brother, thank y'all so much for y'all support in the super chat this morning and in the Cash App, bro. It means a lot, man. Again, like I said, the live stream's not monetized. So just so you know. James Griffin said Danny Garcia versus Jermell would be a good fight. Yeah, oh man, it would be, man. It just depends on, it really depends on how well he it just depends on how well it depends on how well Hold on one second, man. I should probably do this. Hey, I got to get some of this stuff off of here. It just depends on how well Danny Garcia does in how well Danny Garcia does at that weight class. And we'll see in that next fight that he got coming up, man. We'll see. Yeah, Andrade got to get out of the zone. Yeah, no doubt. Hey, my man Ghost in the building said, Fanon, it's like this. Benavidez, Plant, or Charlo are what Andrade wants. If they do not accept Janibek as his last option, he's the mandatory 160, but has 12 fights and is with Bob. Okay, so he's with Bob Arum. Thank you. Thank you for great. So if he's got 12 fights, how many times have you seen him fight? I figured he was one of those guys that got 12 fights. Right? So, like, he's an Eastern European dude, older Eastern European dude with not a lot of fights. So, I just have not seen Janibek fight a lot. Oh, and he trains with Buddy McGirt. Okay, cool. Well, he's probably, he got a good trainer, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, no joke. He got a good trainer then. That ain't no question about that. He's got a top guy, brother. Much love in that super chat to my man, Jeff Miller in the building. Hey, I dropped the link, man. What's up? I'm telling you, I can't get no work, man. I can't get any work, man. Avery 81st said, OG, are they hyping up this Fundora kid or what? Saying he's ready for Charlo? I don't think so. I don't think they're hyping him up. I think he's a good fighter, man. I mean, dude, he's a good fighter. He's going to be a tough guy to fight. When you beat Erickson Lubin like that, dude, I think that, I think the jury's verdict is in on you because he beat Erickson Lubin. Erickson Lubin's a very solid fighter, brother. He's a very solid fighter. So I think Fundora deserves a credit for that, man. Fundura's a real fighter, man. He's definitely a real fighter. Ain't no make believe with him. He's the real deal, man. In my opinion. And a tough fight for Jermell, a tough fight for anybody at that weight class. Corey Hall said he's top 5 Fundora. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Now, Fundura is a legitimate fighter. He is not make believe. He is the absolute positively. He is the real deal. Is what I think. And I'm not going to shortstop him with anything other than with anything else. I really do believe the guy is really kind of like that, man. Oddly enough, that weight bully jacket avoids Fundora too. Well, I mean, if weight bully applies to anybody, Dark Truth, it would apply to him. I agree with that. If it does, but that's a jacket, guy. That's a jacket that a lot of cats put. Oh, it said, I think you must have missed my super chat, OG. How long you on? I'm driving home and I want to drop on the link until you get home, brother. I looked away until you get home, bro. I'll be on for the same amount of time. D, where to go? I might have missed it, so let me roll back. Fanon say, oh, my man George Woods. I got my man George Woods, though. Yeah, I'll be on, man. Just matter of fact, D, just tell me how long you're gonna be till you get home, and I'll make sure that I don't go nowhere, man. I live to serve, brother. I live to serve, bro. I'll put that link back in here in case y'all don't have a fresh link. Fresh smoke. Fresh smoke. All y'all clowns, fresh smoke. Amazing how y'all don't want none of it, though. In my humble opinion. Amazing how y'all don't want it. In my humble opinion. Everybody else can get the smoke, dog. Cats over here. Monkey, is this a monkey channel? Yeah, it is, man. Monkey on your mama. Exactly. It's called Monkey on Your Mama. Bunch of them too. I would like to see Fundora Benavidez. Yeah, that'd be good, bro. Black man C, let me see your belly. What's wrong with you, man? Oh, you're dude. Oh, okay. You're the guy blocked on Twitter. You're the guy from Twitter. You're him. Clever. Mr. Clever. No, thank you, brother. No, go. Hey, I got stalkers. I got stalkers that got a picture of it, though. You know what I'm saying? I got some. You got to call up my stalkers, man. But like I said, and look, man, I got a link there, dude. I got a link there. So you can go all ad hominem on me. You know what I'm saying? So you can go all ad hominem. All ad hominem. Hey, I seen that dude on other channels. He's a big racist. Hey, man, yeah, it is what it is, man. There's a bunch of them clowns, man. Bunch of them clowns, bro. This sport attracts weirdo, man. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, dog. There's a lot of that, man. Look, say, oh, you got creeps following you, OG. This big O. Oh, so that's how you know you made it? Oh, dude, well, I made it then, because I swear, bro. Yeah, any topic can be debated. Yeah, any topic can be debated. And you can lose very badly. In any debate, you can go down burning. You know what I mean? You got to stick to the subject matter, homie. You got to stick to the subject matter. And an opinion is an opinion. And at the end of the day, it's going to come down to that's your opinion. Thank you for your opinion. This is my opinion. The only way that anybody can lose a boxing debate is if you say this guy's going to win a fight, I say the other guy's going to win a fight, they fight and your guy wins and my guy loses. Then you win the debate. You were right, I was wrong. Because then there's an actual fact there to sustain your claim that you were right and I was wrong. Until that takes place, takes place. Hold on one second. That one. Hold on one second. These weirdos were snorting condoms and walking in milk crates yesterday. Don't pay them any attention. I ain't no worries, bro. Hey, man, but there you go, man. Eric Ryder's hater said, Fanan, do you think Broner's being serious or just for the money? I think he's being serious and he wants the money. I think it's both. I think he's serious and I think he wants the money. Both of them. You know what I mean? I think he's motivated by both of those at the same time. I think he probably does want to go in there and win fights and do all that stuff and get his career back going. Why wouldn't he? You know what I mean? He's a boxer, right? That's what he's best at. So he probably does want to do that. And he probably also wants some money. Now, is Broner going to be successful or not? I can't really speak on that, man. You know, I really can't speak on that. I can't speak on it. I did something stupid again. But I think he's serious. Yeah, I think he really wants to fight. Joshua wrote that twice Haney fought a trash can. Oh, what is that? Okay, Broner is washed. I mean, we may be for a Duran and a Speedy Ellis fight. How does it play out? I can't tell you, man. I'm gonna watch Speedy Rashidi. I would think Duran is gonna win him. I've seen Speedy Rashidi Ellis fight. I think he's a better fighter than Custio Clayton is, but I got Duran Ennis. Dude, I got Duran Ennis over everybody but Errol and Terence. And honestly, to a certain extent, I'm being polite on Terence. Because I don't think Duran Ennis beats Terence Crawford. I don't think Terence Crawford beats Duran Ennis. I could be completely wrong. Okay. All right. I could be completely wrong, but I don't think. Okay, there you go. Hold on one second. Yeah, I don't think I just don't think they can beat him, man. I really don't. And again, like I said, I could be wrong. But I don't think I am. You know what I'm saying? Oh, big time is supporting that chat, brother. Jane, because I can't get no smoke. I can't get no smoke for nothing, man. They boycotted me, man. Yeah, I'm starting to feel sad, bro. All these dudes that talk all that shit about debunking me and shit, they never show up. Dude, this. Hey, man, can somebody tell me how long I've been putting these links in this chat, waiting for one of these dudes to show up, even though they watch all my videos clearly because they cry about them? How long I've been waiting? Who is Tank's Buster Douglas? Damn. Great question. Great question. If there is one, I don't think there is one because I don't think he's going to slip. I think, first of all, I don't think he's going to slip like that. No, not 17 minutes. It's been like, I'm talking about in weeks. How many? It's been at least 2 months that I've been having callers on. 2 months. At least 2 months. 2 months. Not 17 minutes, about 2 months. It's been 2 months. At least 8 weeks. At least 2 months. Maybe longer. Since I started doing this format. And you can't get nobody to come. You know what I'm saying? Hey, who's Tank's Bucket Douglas? I don't think he has one, brother. If anybody that he could fight, hold on 1 second. Shut up. Sorry, y'all can still hear that. I don't know why I did the mute button, did the camera and not the mute button. That was dumb. Only the Funk said, I got Crawford over Boots due to experience. Yeah, man, Boots got a lot of fights though, man. I don't know, man. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know about that one. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that one, bro. Tank over everybody 135 and 140 hands down. Could be, man. But I'll tell you, yeah, exactly. Well, you said Michelle Rivera. I mean, yeah, if he's going to fight somebody that I think will cause him problems, that somebody he very well may have to fight next, and it could be Michelle Rivera. Michelle Rivera is a good fighter, man. But Michelle Rivera is not some real big puncher. He fights behind a jab, but he's a better fighter than Rolly Romero. He's tall for that weight class, you know? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Subjugated Truth in the building. What's going on, bro? What's happening, man? He said Haney versus Shakur versus Haney is 50-50 fight to me. I'm not on the Haney hype train, but I see their skill levels pretty equal. Yeah, I think you may be right about that. I think that's solid for sure. You know what I mean? That's definitely solid. Hold on 1 second. Trying to do something. Hold on 1 second. I'm getting these things. Doing something makes life easy for me. Go, my brother. My bad. Much love in that super chat. Let me put that back. My man, James Fife, he said, who's the much love in that super chat, brother. Yeah, I'm not used to the gong no more, man. I went without the gong for so long, bro, that I'm messing up my gong, man. And much love to everybody in the super chat and the Cash App. Thank y'all so much for y'all support. I got Crawford over Boots due to inexperience, only the Funk. Much love in that super chat, bro. Thank you. Thank you for that support, brother. Cool, I got that. Y'all sleeping on Sheedy? Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of sleep on him, bro. But we'll see, though. Steven Figueroa said, let's watch the Clearwater Cat versus Spence or Crawford, Ennis or Ortiz. Come on, man. This is boxing, not Sesame Street. Yes, I mean, dude, that very well may happen, man. Seriously, man, that's a money fight. I don't know why they wouldn't make that fight. Oh, okay, hold on 1 second. I don't know why they wouldn't make that fight. Hold on. All right, there you go. Rashidi Ellis is fighting tonight, but Showtime isn't airing the fight. I will see that fight though, so don't you worry, I'll be there. That's why I'm going. They got a lot of those things, man. Much love in that super chat, bro. To everybody, brother. Hey, look, man, here's it goes again, man. Hey, man, these guys ain't, hey, dog, that's hilarious. They ain't giving me no shows. Salute to the gong. Welcome back. Thank you, Chris Brooks. Corey Hall said, now look at how Tank, what is this? Look at how Tank what? Look at how Tank adjusted to every type of fighter. It's not just you knock out. Exactly. Oh, by the way, somebody did a great video on the adjustments that Errol Spence Jr. makes in fights. Showed an example of an adjustment that he made that worked like a charm. A lifetime adjustment that came from his corner that he made that wound up getting him to start hurting Danny Garcia. I was like, wow, somebody actually did a video about Errol Spence making an adjustment, showing that he makes adjustments. I've never seen Errol Spence make an adjustment. I don't know, man. You just got to do it. Just do Errol Spence adjustment. Just do Errol Spence adjustment. I forgot the name of it. I forgot the name of it. Sorry, but you can Google that. Just say Errol Spence Jr. in-fight adjustment and look for the video. Only the Funk, and it was within the last couple months, so you can do a time range. Much love in that super chat to my man. Only the Funk. You said Gary Antoine Russell is Tank's Buster Douglas at 140. Hey, bro, I don't understand why you want to call those dudes Buster Douglas. Because Buster Douglas is a guy that wasn't a very good fighter that beat a fighter, right? Dude, if he loses to Gary Antoine Russell, that's not a Buster Douglas moment. Because Gary Antoine Russell is not a journeyman type of fighter, man. You got to talk about, like, when you're saying that, it's who is hold on one second. It's who has shit. This thing is in my ear, man. Sorry about this, man. I got the dog. Like, my gardener comes by, and the gardener or the lawn people are here, and they're got this thing blowing in my ear right now. So it's really, really hard. Chris Brooks says he doesn't make adjustments. He fights whoever he wants. He fights however he wants to, and the opponent will have to make that. That's not true. It's not the truth. It's not true. Because guess what? He was fighting Danny Garcia, and he was throwing shot. He was jabbing, right? He was jabbing to the top. He led him with a jab and a straight right, and he forced Danny Garcia to dip down, right? And he was doing that throughout a round. It was a left jab, a straight right, a left jab and a straight right, and then Danny Garcia would dip below the hook that came behind it. And Derek James said, look, man, you're making him dip. Throw the shots low. You're forcing him to dip with the jab, and he's dipping under it. And then the next round, what he did was he threw the same two lead punches, and then instead of leading with hooks to the body, he threw double uppercuts. And the double uppercuts both landed. So the adjustment that he made was, instead of going it's the other side, right? Instead of going but 1, 1-2 hook and missing the hook, right? He was 1-2 and uppercut to the body, and then another uppercut to the body. That's an adjustment. That's an adjustment. He was landing the first 2 shots, but he was missing the second 2 of them. So he made an adjustment. And now he did 1-2. He did, 1-2, 1-2, 3-4, instead of 1-2-3-4. Right? Or actually only got to 1-2-3. Right? So no, man. He made an adjustment. And no, I'm saying Buster Douglas was not a bad fighter. He had good skills. He's just finally used them. A lot of these guys aren't bad fighters, but he's not. The very next fight that he had, he got knocked out by Evander Holyfield, man. Now he may be out of shape a little bit, but, still he got knocked out. Hey, Jason Bourne said, Fanon was talking grimy to Devin Haney fans on the subject of ducking. I don't understand what your point is. I was talking grimy to Devin Haney fans on the subject of boxing? Ducking? What are you talking about, man? Fanon, I keep clicking the link and it keeps taking me to a quiz. Hold on 1 second. I put that link in there again. Just let me know. Hold on. It worked for me. It just worked for me. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, dog. Let me know what you mean. I wasn't talking grimy to the fans on. I mean, look, dude, if you accuse people of ducking and you can't, and it's not a duck, what do you want me to do? I'm not, dude, if somebody ducks somebody, they duck them. But, dude, if they didn't duck them, they didn't duck them. I just want to know when somebody says, look, man, this guy's ducking me, I'd like to know what you mean by that, brother. Hey, much love in that super chat, bro. Much love in that super chat, brother. Yeah, it's worked. The last few wasn't the right link. Oh, okay. I don't know what I did, man. Thank you. Oh, thank you, $7. But it's there now, so I'll wait for you. Hey, thank you so much. Hey, man, Jason Bourne, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I'll wait for that. I'm going to wait for Cass. E-Money Bags in the building. What's going on, E-Money Bags?
What's going on, fam?
I'm good, man. Hold on 1 second, man. Let me turn this volume up just a little bit. What's good, brother? How can I help you? What's going? Hey, D-Web, I see you in the house, man. I see you, D-Web.
Just chilling.
So what's good, E-Money Bags? What's happening?
Nothing much, man. Quick question for you, man, to go back and forth with you. If that Bud Spence fight don't happen, in your opinion, who should take most of the blame?
Bud.
Bud? Why you think that?
Couple reasons. One, he stayed over there at Top Rank for a long time, and they did not promote him right.
I agree.
Right? And but that's still his decision. And that's the result, right? So, but I'm going to say two things. Before I say that, though, let me say this. I'm not going to put a lot of blame on him. If you ask me who deserves more blame, if I got to put blame on it, more blame, I would say Terence Crawford, because I don't think there's much blame at all on Errol Spence, right? Because Errol cannot make Showtime. Errol cannot make Showtime pay more for the fight than Showtime wants to pay for the fight, right? He can't make the PBC want to make a fight and want to offer him things, right? Because he's not paying for him out of his pocket. And I really believe that Errol really, really wants to fight.
Yeah, I think they both want the fight.
Yeah, I think they both want the fight, but what are they willing to give to get the fight?
Right.
Right. And I've listened to what Bernie the Boxer had to say about it. And to me, it sounded as if he felt like he was being mistreated by the offer that was coming, that Errol Spence team was trying to take all the advantages and not paying Bud what he's worth. So, the question is, if that is what they're offering and you turn it down, but the reason why they're not offering more was past business decisions that you made. To me, it's like, whose fault is it that you don't get a job that you're qualified for? The company that says, look, man, you have to have done this. You've had to have experience doing this job before, and you have to have this certain degree. and they decide to hire somebody that has the experience, has a degree, right? Even though you've done the job and have done and can do the job. So I think, if I had to assign more blame, I would say Bud. But again, I understand if that's the case, why Bud would do it. It's not unreasonable, and it's not like, for example, if he can force a fight with Jermell Charlo, and he can get paid the same amount of money. Just say he can get the same amount of money for a fight with Jermell Charlo for undisputed at 154, right? And he
Is
would be
he the A side against Jermell?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Jermell's never had for the same reasons. I would be a hypocrite if I said he wasn't. Right? Because he sold more pay-per-views than Jermell. Jermell's never done under 50,000 pay-per-views.
And that was my big pushback, because when Espinoza, he kind of, something I noticed and I thought to myself a long time ago, if say you're Spence and I'm Bud, and you definitely generate more.
Hey, one second. Hey, E-Money Bags, I'm gonna put you on because I don't want you to have to wait in the background forever. If you want to add to the conversation, feel free to add to the conversation. Is that all right with you?
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on? I'm good. I'm good. What's going on?
You're good. I just didn't want you to have to wait on the backside forever, so I can do yours and then go to D-Web. And if you after that's done, if you got something to say on E-Money Bags, man, just go ahead and say something.
All right.
Okay, that's cool.
So go ahead, bro.
Oh, me?
Yeah, go complete what you're saying, bro.
Yeah, so what I was saying was, like if I'm Bud and you're Spence, and I know you're the A side as far as I know you generate more pay-per-view, but what is it to say if if we fight in the same person, and because my deal with Top Rank, I can get a guaranteed $6 million as soon as the fight is over, but and then you fight that same person and you only getting like 1 or 2 million up front, and then when you generate the money, you're getting around the same money I'm getting. Yeah, you might be generating more pay-per-view, but we making the same amount of money. So if you look at the pay-per-view numbers, yeah, Spence always cooking, but if you go look at those fights and see the upfront money, Bud always, those top-ranked fighters usually get a lot more upfront money, and that's what Espinoza was saying. He was like, the contract that Bud had at Top Rank, we don't give that big money upfront. But okay, and that's fine. But then you're telling me like, well, this guy's the A side because he generates a lot more money than you, but he's not. But we're making the same amount of money basically. There's not like you can't say Spence is making astronomical numbers over Bud. Yeah, you might be generating more. Like you might be generating more money for the company and yourself, and that's cool. But at the end of the day, if I got 7 million for Porter and you got 7 million for Porter, I really don't care what the numbers did. I got the same amount of money, so it's kind of hard to if I'm getting 30% or 40%. And not getting a big upfront money for this fight that we know is going to. I think everybody knows that fight's going to do more numbers than everybody anticipates. I think just nobody has killed. Now go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish your thing, and then D-Web.
I think
you can go straight into it, D-Web.
I think Showtime is scared to pay a lot of money because they're not sure that fight's going to do big. But I think everybody knows that fight's going to do big numbers. And you just seen Canelo at the Zone do terrible numbers, and you haven't seen nobody. If the most money making guy can't do big numbers on the Zone or an app like ESPN Plus or the Zone, nobody's going to do it. So I don't even know if we can really hold those numbers true to Bud.
Hey, well, as far as that goes, I think that there's a saying that's like you make exceptions for exceptional people, and I don't think the PBC is going to change their business model for Bud Crawford because like he's not a Canelo Alvarez level superstar.
Right.
He's not. You know what I'm saying? He's not generating the type of revenue that like a Canelo is generating. So they're not going to change their entire business model for him because that'd be a bad precedent to set, in my opinion.
Yeah, but pushing his back against the wall. I'm not talking about giving him a big lump sum in the beginning because that's what he normally gets. I'm talking about if they tell him like this is what's on the table, but it's 50-50. You know what I mean? Because if I was Bud, I'm not gonna care what you generate pay-per-view wise if we're making the same amount of money. Like if you putting if you putting all these cars in the auction and you making all this money, but I'm doing it a different way, but we making the same amount of money, I feel like we're on the same league. You can't be like, yo, I'm killing you. Look at your numbers compared to mine. But I'm like, but financially, we're making the same amount of money, which what I got up front is what you had to wait to come to you.
Okay, put it like this. If we promote a party or an event, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm bringing in 70% of the crowd to the party and event, you expect to get the same cut as me when 70% of the people are coming, based on my name.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
So my response to that would be, if we throwing a party and your parties do way better than mine, but for however my deal is, forever the sponsors I got, for however I got the way I'm getting my liquor, whatever it is, when my party's done, I make $7 million. Your party might have been bigger and better and all that, but you still only made $7-8 million. How can you ask me to take 30 to your 70? If we making the same amount of money, because everybody looks at things different. Yeah, the numbers are the numbers. Nobody can deny that Spence pay-per-view wise and ticket wise outsells Bud. He does. But I'm talking about if when we look at the financials and says, hey, for Porter, you made $6-7 million. For Porter, I made $6-7 million. Yeah, you did better numbers, but we both made the same. How can I turn that? You know what I mean?
Well, let me give you this perspective. If I'm Steven Espinoza, I don't give a fuck how much money you made, and I don't give a fuck how much, and I don't give a fuck how much money Errol made. I care how much money I'm spending.
Yeah, but do you know?
No, seriously, because look, what was Steven Espinoza do? What is Steven Espinoza's? What's in it for Steven Espinoza is not the pay-per-view sales. What's in it for him? Because Showtime is a big ass company. They're not making money off pay-per-view. They're making money off the number of subscribers that are going to subscribe to that channel. He's driven by subscriptions, how much subscription money is paid to the channel, right? So if you look at his budget, right, the reason why Steven Espinoza is putting things on pay-per-view isn't to make money off the pay-per-view. It's to keep that money in his budget. So say with Errol Spence Jr., he's going to say, look, I will pay a guaranteed money for Errol, right? And he gives Errol guarantees that they're going to pay $1.5 million up front for the fight, for his purse. Oh, he's going to pay $1 million to Yordenis Ugas for the fight. And then he is going to also avail them to give them access to their pay-per-view platform, which does cost money, right? Because it's Showtime pay-per-view. They will promote the pay-per-view. So they'll give them the promotion. They will promote the pay-per-view for them. They will give them the apparatus to do the pay-per-view, and they will give them a certain amount of money for the fight. But what he cares about is, because his bosses don't give a shit about that. They care about how many subscribers do we have and what is the monthly. And when we put these fights on, how many people are going to subscribe to our channel, stay subscribed to Showtime over the long haul. So when he's looking at, if I was in his position, I would look and say, number one, Terence Crawford is not with Showtime.
Nope.
He's not with PBC. So I have to make a fight with him, right? And what if he wins? If he wins, now the guy that brings a lot of, he walks away. Now all the guys that have the viewership, and he now has a loss. So less people will actually watch Errol Spence Jr. because he took a loss, right? And Terence Crawford walks away. So that's why if I'm Steven Espinoza, I look at it like this. If I'm going to build Jerron, if I'm going to spend my money, I'm going to spend my money on Jerron Ennis, because that's why I gave Jerron Ennis a multi-fight deal.
Yep, exactly.
He didn't give, now notice who he never gave. He didn't give any other. He didn't do that for Gervonta. He didn't do that for Errol Spence. He didn't do that for Deontay. He hasn't done that for anybody else that I know of other than Jerron. And why would that be? Because he's not with the PBC. He's not with Al Heyman. So he has to have a direct relationship with him to ensure that he continues to fight on that network, where if he has a direct relationship with Al Heyman and the PBC, as long as those fighters are on that platform, then through the PBC, they have the relationship together. Where Terence Crawford's issue is, and as far as like all that's the stuff related, and I'm going to let you respond. Trust me. The stuff about the money, right, and how much guaranteed money he had. Again, that's the budget. Right? Showtime does not have as big a budget as ESPN does, because ESPN it's a gigantic channel that pays a lot of money for sports. Sports is their primary thing. So because they want to be the go-to, the be all and end all of sports fans, They need boxing. They need boxing on the channel because there's a lot of boxing fans. But let's just poll it. Aren't you also an NBA fan? You are more. Everybody here is either also an NBA fan, NFL fan, tennis fan, golf fan, soccer fan, right? One of those sports we watching as well. So they got to make sure that those guys, exactly, Dallas Cowboys, you know what I'm saying? We all buy Nike, you know what I'm saying? We buy Nike commercials, you know what I'm saying? Showtime doesn't have commercials. ESPN got commercials and advertisers that want people to buy your products. And even then, ESPN's not interested in pay-per-view. They're interested in buying Nike. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you responding to my Nike ad? Are you responding to my Gatorade ads? Stuff like that. So the people that are paying the money, right, want Bud on there because Bud is the best fighter they can get their hands on, and they're willing to pay the money out just to make sure that they have competitive boxing on there. Showtime's business model is not like that. They need subscribers. And if Bud ain't signing up with the PBC, and I'll tell Steven Espinoza that, dude, like, Steven, why would you spend all that money for somebody that ain't going to be signing and is not going to be working on your network and is going to go over there to Eddie Hearn and leave you just like Devin did and leave you just like Anthony Joshua did, right? He's got that. That is damn near a repeat of him paying a bunch of money, right? Now, what's the difference with Canelo, though? With Canelo, these people that are not, there's going to be a bunch of people that he believes will subscribe to watch that Canelo Alvarez replay. See, they want that replay because that replay is actually on where everybody can see it, and somebody don't want to pay $100. They never talk about how many people watch that shit on replay, right? Or watch the highlights on say for example on Showtime.
Because I got Showtime when Floyd went to Showtime. That's one reason why I got Showtime. I had it.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's
I
like
think
having
it's
a TV show.
what do you guys think about that? I like because we can have a good discussion, man. Because just so you know, these niggas don't want no smoke with me.
But what I was saying, listen though, because I got you. I'm gonna push back on you a little bit. What I was saying, you changed it just a little bit. Yeah, I was talking about the big upfront money, but to put the pressure on Errol, what I was saying was, to put the pressure on Bud. Yeah, he gets all that big upfront money, but we know damn well if they go, here's what we got to offer, whatever the numbers, whether it's 2 million, 5 million, 10 million. But he says, I'm giving you guys 50-50. Bud can't turn that down. I'm not saying that again. I said, okay, I said the thing about how Top Rank and ESPN gives Bud all that big upfront money, and that's probably how he wants his deal. But what I was saying was whatever the number Steve Espinoza has for Bud and Spence, as long as he gives it 50, because the reason why I keep saying 50-50, even though I know Spence is the bigger star, you know what I'm saying, is because however they do their money, they got the same, usually get the same amount of money for the same opponents. They just get it different ways. Bud tends to get most of his up front, and Spence tends to get his on the back end. But I
don't know that to be on the real. I don't know that to be true.
I think
I don't know if Bud makes as much money as Errol does after everything's said and done. I don't know that to be true.
You think
it may be, but I don't know that.
Just on a guess, just to pull it out the sky. What do you think after the back end? What do you think Spence got for Porter? Just off of just a number.
Honestly, I don't know because they real funny. You know what I'm saying? So they have those pay-per-views. One thing I will say for sure is that when Adrien Broner was offered $5 million a fight from Showtime, from the Zone, that he laughed at that shit. And he laughed at it when his guaranteed purse said 1.5 million. There are guys that whenever you hear somebody say how much money, we're going to offer you $6-7 million guaranteed, for some strange reason, everybody at the PBC that is where there is 1.5 always be like, nah, bro, nah. I ain't interested. Hey. I don't know whether it's the merchandising. I don't know if it's I don't know what it is. But if you look at what, for example, Al Heyman, you do not pay with him. I do know this because I read his contracts. I read his boilerplate contract, which means just, the one that is standard. He only charges 10%, and he only charges 10% as a managerial fee if he does not get you a certain amount of money. So say it says, I guarantee you, $500,000 a fight. His 10% of that would be right $50,000. But if he gets you $400,000, he doesn't take that fee. Where other managers take 30% and they get 30% no matter what the money is. So right there, if you're saying you're talking about $3 million, right? You're talking about $3 million. 10% of $3 million is $300,000. 30 is 90%. It is $900,000. So
I mean,
right
my antennas did go up when Jamel said he made $10 million for that Castano fight.
Dude,
did you see that? Did you see when Jamel was on the plane and he was like, I just made $10 million?
Yeah, I mean,
that threw me off. I didn't really think that was believable, but I don't know why.
Because there's different ways.
He made $10 million.
I don't know what it is for sure.
That's what he said.
He said he made $10 million. But look, I don't know. I mean, look, I'll tell you this: there is different ways to skin a cat, and you can make money like the way that Al Heyman to me seems like he is doing almost the opposite of what Don King did. Where Don King will give you huge amounts of money, but he would drive the costs up. Al Heyman seems to gives you less money, but drives the costs way down. So you can say you get paid $5 million, but it only costs you $1 million. And so you make $4 million. But with Don King, he'll say, I'm gonna pay you 20, but it'll cost you 17, in cost. So you get $3 million out of your 20. This guy gets $4 million out of his 5. Who makes more money? The guy that gets $4 million out of the 5, right? So that's where I'm saying, like, when you don't have to pay a promoter, your managerial costs are dropping. You also may get money from, like, I don't know, like record. You know how they say, oh man, the money's in the publishing. Man, these guys may be getting money from the re-airing rights, right? There could be all kind of different rights and different ways and things that they get cuts of what would traditionally be cost for other fighters becomes profit for them. It just would be but see, the thing with Al Heyman is that you never know. They're smart enough never to tell you how it comes about.
I guess a little bit.
Dude, them taxes, them guys is coming at you with state taxes. So, for example, the fact that you get paid only $1.5 million in your guaranteed money, that means you may only get taxed on $1.5 million for your fight in Texas or in California. Right. But if you get paid $20 million all up front, then you may get taxed $3 million off of that. Right. So I don't know how they go about doing it, but whatever their model is, nobody leaves them unless they get paid a lot of money up front, Do
y'all think Bud, just looking at it from a standpoint of Errol Spence, he thinks Errol Spence just needs to fight more than he does?
Say that again. Legacy. I'll let my man. Y'all had that discussion for a second. Anybody else want to jump on? We can have like one more person jump on. I don't mind doing it, man. We can do it like this today. Do a little different today.
As far as like the money split and the leverage go, do you think Bud is just looking at it from a legacy perspective? Is he looking at it as though Spence just needs to fight more than he does? Like Bud's
the way I would answer that is, what's the alternative? Because it seems like Spence, he's more open to fighting Jamel, but Jamel doesn't seem open to that fight. So if you do go to 154 and the guy's undisputed, what's the point of going up there? And it seems like if you don't take the Bud fight, what next could be on your plate is a Jaron Ennis for way less money and could potentially, and in my opinion, is just as big as a risk. You about to fight the same caliber dude and might make that 1.5 and how much ever pay-per-view and however that comes out. I know well at this point within the next year, I know you're making way more money versus Bud than you are against Jaron, and the risk is still the same. So
what's the alternative for Bud though? What's the alternative for Bud?
I think Bud has finally figured it out a little bit with running his mouth. I feel like he can get a Jamel fight even without being on the PBC. I feel like he can get a Jamel fight way quicker than Spence can. I feel like it just sounds like Mel runs his mouth. I like to listen to him talk. He has always said, like, if you pull it up on YouTube when he's talking about after they won the fight, he's getting on a private plane. He's like, yeah, we just made $10 million for that fight. And I Googled it. His up front was $1 million, 1.5. But yeah, he said he made 10. I mean, that's what came out
Man,
his
I
mouth.
don't
But
know about that.
yeah, I did that threw me off. But you know, like he said, like Fanon said, it could be a lot of different ways. But yeah, I feel like Mel would be way more open to fighting Bud, and that's still a big. If he fights, but if he don't get the Spence fight and fights Jamel, I think that's still the biggest fight of the year. You know what I mean? Him, and them two going at it. But so maybe
You
on
know
the
what they could do too? Like, I just thought of a different way that they could do something. Like, I mean, dude, there's all kind of ways to skin a cat. What if they did something like this? What if they were like, you know what? We get a promotional budget at the PBC for the fight, and we're going to actually pay you to promote the fight. Right. And they cut them a side check based off them just promoting the fight. They can find all kind of different ways to pay them for things that are not directly associated with the actual fight themselves, with the actual fight taking place in Vegas or in the individual state, which limits their tax liability. There's a lot of people really, really, really smart with money, man. And Al Heyman seems to be very, very, very smart with how they go about paying people. But to answer your question about how Jermell, the Jermell Charlo cannot avoid a fight with Terence Crawford because Terence Crawford is the WBO super champ. If he moves up to 154 pounds, he has to, and he's got that belt, he has to fight him. Yeah, he's got to fight him.
Like how he got Horn.
Yeah, exactly. Just like how he got Horn, and how Josh Taylor would get him if Josh Taylor would move up. You know, there's something going on with Josh Taylor. I got to check out what Tay Jones had to say about him. I don't know what's going on there. Hey, real quick, man. Xena 360 said Mel got 2 mandatories due. It's a year wait. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is because the WBA depends on the WBO. Really, and how the WBO treats that super champion versus a regular mandatory. It depends.
Right. Fact.
You know what I mean? They may say, nah, man, it trumps your actual mandatory. Because he's a super champion. But I'd have to actually look at the rules. Xena 360 said Mel made 10 million. You know Spence making more. No doubt. These dudes seem real happy with their money, man. I
agree with that. I said that plenty of times.
So if hypothetically if Bud did do that.
One more, my bad. Okay. ESPN owned by Disney is big bucks over there. Oh, you know that. So go ahead, man. I think that was it. Hey, thank y'all for supporting in the super chat, bro.
So hypothetically, if Bud did do that and jump to 140 to try to become Jermel's mandatory, where does that leave Spence at? Does that leave him fighting Boots Enos, Virgil Ortiz,
Thurman probably?
Thurman? Oh, you think Thurman?
I mean, for money, if it's a money fight, it's Thurman. If it is they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna give him. I don't think they're gonna give Jaron Ennis that because they need to build Jaron Ennis up. They got something in Jaron Ennis. And to put Jaron Ennis in there that quickly, I don't know about that, man. But maybe like he may fight Speedy Rashidi Ellis. He could fight Virgil Ortiz. They're gonna hide Virgil Ortiz. So it doesn't even matter.
Fanon, how long can you build a guy without him being a champion?
What?
I said, how long can you build a guy up with all these guys winning belts at 22, 21, 23? How long can you build a guy up and without him being a champion? Because if Bud got 1 belt and Spence got 3, it's like, yeah, we see you in some fights. Like, you know what I mean?
A couple years. You can get away with that shit for a couple years because his stock is going up and he ain't got a belt now.
Yeah,
and his shit's going up. If they put him, but look, the way that these guys are typically built up is that they go and they have a fight on an undercard. Right. So how did they look? Just if you want to know what they do in the future, look at what they did in the past. How does Showtime build Canelo? Because Showtime built Canelo. They put him on the undercards. Eventually, they put him on an undercard of Floyd Mayweather Jr. So if you have Gervonta Davis and Gervonta Davis is fighting on a pay-per-view, you put Jaron Ennis on an undercard with either give him his own pay-per-view or you put him on an undercard with on a Gervonta Davis fight, or you put him on an undercard with Deontay Wilder's return fight, right?
See, that's what I thought. I thought they were at the point where they were trying to make Jaron Ennis a headliner right now.
Yeah, but you headline your own cards first, but then you can still, when it's a big pay-per-view, you put them on a pay-per-view. Like if they actually made the Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford fight, it would be silly not to put Jaron Ennis on that undercard. I mean, financially, it may be expensive. And no, dude, definitely Steven Espinoza talks about expense. He don't talk about how much money they're looking to earn. He only talks about how much money they're going to make, you know? What's going on to my man, most disrespected boxer in the building? What's good, brother? And hold on one second, though. Somebody showed some love in that big $25 in that cash app from my man John Boy. Said good morning, John Boy.
What's up,
Much
brother?
love in that
What's
super
going
chat,
on?
brother.
Hey, salute John Boy.
Oh yeah, John Boy, big time, man. John Boy, gigantic baller out in the streets.
Where
The
that boy
streets of
Quincy
work.
Conner at?
Huh?
I said,
Oh,
where
that's
that boy Quincy
Lunchbox.
Conner at?
I'm his alternate. I'm the replacement. I'm Lunchbox. I'm Lunchbox Jr.
All right, so go ahead, y'all. I'm listening.
But yeah, like we was talking about when we was talking about where else they could go. Like when because we know how it is in the game, any type of entertainment, they love you 1 minute, they turn on you the next. With Spence being the more popular star, does he start getting some backlash for that fight not being made? Because I feel like Haney kind of changed the game a little bit because they were really public that he conceded to make that fight a lot of things. And Haney made a lot, like on the low, Haney made a lot of money at the zone. Now, like a lot of people that's in the circle of boxing know that he made a lot of money. And he conceded a lot of things to make that fight. So does Spence get the backlash? Because that was the original question. Like does people start like, how does he not make that fight?
He gonna get some backlash for sure, but I think Errol has such a built-in homegrown fan base that they gonna ride it with him and stick with him no matter what, man.
Because he always says like, if it don't happen, it's not my fault. Like he just keeps saying it's not my fault. Like he's scared that he might, you might take some backlash.
He gonna take some, but he got a built-in fan base, man, that's gonna rock with him regardless. Like pretty much the whole state of Texas is behind him.
But
And he
not to cut you off, but don't nobody got a bigger fan base than Canelo, and he takes a lot of backlash for no Charlo fight, no Andrade fight. You know what I mean? And no Benavidez fight. He takes a lot of backlash.
But he still, his
if
fight
he
still
don't fight
sell out.
somebody, if he don't fight somebody for 4 years, yeah. Damn, it took 4 years for that shit to happen.
Right.
Canelo Alvarez ain't fought nobody since 2017.
Man.
Dude, that's the
That
last
Triple G?
real
You
fight.
talking about Triple G?
17. What'd you say?
You talking about 17? What's that? The Triple G fight?
Triple G. I guess Danny Garcia, if you want to add Danny Garcia. Or mainly Callum.
You mean Danny Jacobs? I was gonna say you mean Danny Jacobs.
Yeah, what did I say?
Danny
Danny Garcia.
Yeah, Danny Jacobs. Yeah, clearly Danny.
Man, them Mexicans out here disrespecting Juan Manuel Marquez for Canelo, man. They talking bad about Juan Manuel Marquez.
Yeah, they smoking him.
They smoking him.
Trey Brick says somebody got to lose that old point blank period. Yeah, they do. Gun-toting Democrat, brother. No Canelo does not. What are you talking about, man? I don't understand what you're talking about, man. Sorry. Go ahead there. Go brag, bro. Go ahead, y'all. Sorry about that. I'll ignore gun-toting Democrat.
But yeah, because I just feel like, man, like we need this fight, man. You know what I'm saying? I think we just need this fight. And I just feel like, I think Devin Haney set the tone. Like if you really want something, you might have to take a look, concede just a little bit to, because whoever wins this fight is going to go. They're not going to get to Canelo's level, but they're definitely going to be the second biggest star in boxing.
Why wouldn't they get to Canelo's level?
You think you think the winner of Crawford Spence starts doing Canelo type things?
All they need is a good Mexican, and yeah.
So let me ask you this, because this is what you said. You said the PBC. My man Webb said the PBC only change. One of y'all said the PBC only changes when it's that type of level. So you think Spence can go to them and be like, "Well, I want $50 million," because if Canelo can get $50 million for Charlo, if Spence beats Bud, I don't think he's getting $50 million for the other Charlo at 154.
Okay.
No, I think they actually talked, and I think Jermel and Errol actually spoke, and he said that he would drop a belt or two if Errol comes up to 154. So Errol can actually.
I don't like that, man.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
What I hear from that? What I hear from that is that Spence be whooping his ass in sparring. That's what I hear when I say that. Because Spence that's like me and Webb being cool. And I'm like, they're like, will you fight Webb? Yeah, hell yeah, I fight Webb. And then they ask Webb, like, that's like my brother. I love him. We stable mates.
I got a brother too. I got a brother that's 6'4" and I'm 6'1", and I told him, shit, we'll duke it out. But it's got to be for some money. But then at the end of the day,
that's really your friend. Get him a bag.
No, he's my brother.
My childhood friends for free.
No, he's my actual. He's my actual real brother. That's why I'm like, we could duke it out. He's younger than me, but he's taller. But we'll fight it out. But you already know that money stayed in house. You know, we're gonna have some good breakfast, some good lunch. We're gonna be paid. You know, we'll do all that other stuff. You know, wounds will heal, eyes heal. You know, bruises heal. Shit, that money's gonna stay though. You know what I mean?
And I always understood why the Cooks
Hey,
don't
real quick, let me
dislike
get
each
my
other.
man Keith Nolan. Keith Nolan said, I don't think Spence deserves backlash or criticism because he's trying to make the fight. Also, he made concessions, bend not break. At a certain point, there's only so much he can do. And then my man T. Wells in the building said, Spence outworks Crawford. Let me get to smoke. Hey, the T. Wells is right here, man. T. Wells, the link is in the air. Only this is the last guy. I can't do 7 million people on the link. We'll have a good day today on this one. Go ahead, man.
My response to that would be this. If I'm already signed to Showtime and PBC and we negotiating, of course they're not gonna make me look like the bad guy if the negotiations ain't going right. You know what I'm saying? So everybody just always says Spence trying to make the fight, but how do you really know that? Yeah, you don't, because he's not a talkative guy. You don't really know if he's really the one doing, you know, because it seems like Bud's gotta be the one to concede everything.
How do we know if anybody's trying to make a fight?
I'll tell you how. Why you believe him? Because he's done everything else he said he's gonna do.
Like what?
Fact.
Like
true.
Like clean up his side of the street and call out Bud. That's exactly
I'm talking about negotiation. I'm talking about negotiation.
He also said that he was not going to be having any tune-up fights. That dude ain't taking no tune-up fights.
Not one.
But for now, you talking about warrior spirit about being in the ring. We talking about when they say doing everything to make the fight. We talking about now financials. Nobody ever said, because they already said, like, they make it seem like Spence's side of the deal is already done. And if you already got your side of the deal done, that means you got what you wanted.
That doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that.
So you think Spence conceded to some things?
I think he said he accepted the deal. Showtime's paying for that fight, man. The PBC makes him. They say, yeah, we'll do the fight. This is how much we can pay you, and this is where we want the fight to be. They presented options to him. He said he accepted them. He can't tell Steven Espinoza how much money to pay for a fight.
Right.
Steven Espinoza was the one that said, look, man, we are in the negotiation. Certain people want to be paid like Floyd Mayweather Jr. This is not a Floyd Mayweather Jr. size fight. That's the problem. The one guy that legitimately is at the table, and fuck all y'all that think people can't be at a table. The guy that's at the table said somebody wants more money. And Bud just said through Bernie the Boxer, and Buddy the Burn, I think it's fair to say Buddy the Boxer got a good source since he's in the ring with Bud, and he said Bud is his source. He's like, look, man, these guys are not offering me what I want. So you know it's Bud. It ain't even a question.
But let me ask you this. Can I jump in on that?
Go ahead,
y'all ask each other something for 1 second, man. Go ahead, just throw it out to the chat, bro, and I'll try to moderate for a second, okay?
My whole thing is asking for $25 million. That's asking for Floyd Mayweather type money, because he got paid. He got paid over $100 million for that fight. $25 million.
Well, remember,
his levels, though.
Floyd was making like 15 to 18 million when he fought Roberto Guerrero. So I mean, that is on the
$25 million guaranteed, not $25 million plus 50% of the pay-per-view. He if what they're saying is true, he's asking for $25 million guaranteed. And Floyd did not get $25 million guaranteed for Oscar De La Hoya. That's Floyd made a $25 million guaranteed. Plus 50% of the pay-per-view is definitely, it may be lower level Floyd Mayweather Jr. money, but god dang, that's a whole lot of dough.
Bud wanted on the front end and the back end.
Yeah, he wanted everything.
But this is why I understand. They must be offering, if in order for Bud to say I want $25 million guaranteed, they must be offering Errol about 30 somewhere. You know,
exactly. That's what I was saying.
My whole thing is this: if he's the A side, if Earl's the A side here, then and let's say, for example, if they got it already a set price, so let's say they're gonna offer Earl $12 million and Bud $10 million. Then Bud, how can you just come out the blue say I want $25 million? You putting yourself ahead of the A side. You know what I'm saying? You're making yourself the A side with that. And that's not, you know what I'm saying? That's it. real unrealistic, if that's the case. You can't just throw a price out there if they already got a set price, how much are they gonna already pay you. You know what I'm
Yeah, and
saying?
that's the point I was making when I said that when we was talking about who's responsible. My thing was if Bud to make Bud look bad, and we can all say he's not making a fight. If they say whatever we offer Spence, we offered you, and he says no to that, then he's an asshole and it's his fight. But Bud makes it seem like, yo, they offered this guy this, and they offered me that, and it don't seem fair. Because I think a lot of people think this fight's not going to make a lot of money. But I think this fight is going to do crazy numbers because people really want to see this fight.
Crazy numbers.
Hey, for now,
Then why does it?
Rodzilla in the building. Rodzilla said Bud fans be in the YouTube comments not buying his fights. He can't do 200K regularly. What y'all think? What make y'all think that he deserves 50-50?
And what I said, hold on, I got that right now. Canelo is the biggest star in boxing. He just did what Leonard Ellerby said and a couple others said, he just did terrible numbers on DAZN. If he can't sell on an app, nobody can sell on an app. And come on now, like that's not fair. Like when I'm coming through on the app like that, like Bud's got to go to ESPN Plus. Like people were struggling. There was people on Twitter all day. Y'all don't even know how I'm trying to get the fight. I don't know how to work it. Man, damn with it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it some other time. Like you struggling trying to make that. If the biggest guy in the world can't do it on the app, then nobody can. Everybody knows that Canelo's the undisputed money man in boxing. If he can't make people buy stuff for an app, Bud Crawford's not going to be able to do it. Y'all make it seem like if Spence would have went to DAZN or ESPN Plus, that it just would have shot out the world with subscriptions. And if Canelo can't make him do it, Errol Spence can't make him do it. So that's not really particularly fair. But
hey, Fanon.
Yes, sir.
Hey, if you had to take, I guess, an educated guess, how much would you say that total that Showtime is willing to put up for that fight right now?
In guaranteed money?
In guaranteed money right now.
10 million.
10 million? That's it?
Guarantee. If they do just guess, if they did 1.5 million for Errol Spence Jr., 1.5. I'm talking about in the guaranteed money. You have 1.5 million for Errol Spence Jr. and $1 million for your Danny's Ugas, and you had $1.5 million for Gervonta and $1 million or $800,000, something like that for Rolly Romero. Then you say, okay, then what would they do for Errol and Terence? I would say to say 10 would be basically giving 5 times or that's them multiplying their guaranteed money times 5 for that fight. Because then you look and say this, okay, how many pay-per-view buys can they expect? Errol does 3, Terence does 150,000, but of that 150,000, how many of those are unique? And not already accounted for in the people that bought the Errol Spence Jr.'s pay-per-view. Not very many. So I would say, I think that of totally unique people that bought Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford's pay-per-views, you may say there's maybe 310,000 unique buyers. So if you got 300 unique buyers and you say, okay, but it's a big fight, so it's going to be bigger. So how much bigger? Let's double it, right? Not triple it, just double it. That goes to 600,000. It's 600,000. It's 600,000 at I don't know, what are they going to charge? 90 a pop? That would be 60 million. What would that be? Somebody do the math, right? But anyway, the guaranteed money,
I think it'll be like 5.454 million if you did 600,000 at $90.
If they feel that they can actually earn $50 million, they're not going to pay more than 10% of the total revenues of the pay-per-view sales in guaranteed money. So more than likely, because they got to earn that money back. I know they're not into it for a profit. They're in it but they got to at least get whatever they do in guaranteed money, they got to get back. For them to do $20 million, for them to do this, think about just do the numbers, basic numbers. And it's not going to be 100, but say it's 100. It's probably going to be 90. It's easy to do it with 100 blessed 365. But you say, okay, you say, all right, it's going to do, Bud wants 20, Errol gets 20. Just say 20 and 20, that's 40, right? So they got to earn $40 million back off the pay-per-view to get their so that they don't lose money. But say they're willing to really put, because that may blow their entire budget for the year, right? So they got to get this. Say they get that. Say they're willing to do that. Well, how much money do they think they got to get back? They're going to have to do. How much do they have to do? Where it's just going to have to be $150 million fight.
Do you think they're going to do better numbers than Canelo and Plant? For now, you think they're going to do better? For now, do you think they're going to do better numbers than Canelo and Plant?
I don't know, but I think that they may have.
I don't think so.
Canelo got 40 million and Plant got 10.
It may do. But look, I think it may do better than theirs.
However,
and I'll let you guys go on this. I will say this though. Again, they wanted Canelo Alvarez to come and have a Canelo Alvarez fight on their network for the subscriptions that come with that. Mm-hmm. They want Canelo on his network because a lot of people like Canelo Alvarez. In the particular instance of Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford, Errol's already on their network. Right. They don't want Bud on their network. They're not dying to get Bud on the network. They're not like, again, and watch this, unique viewers. Now, if you have Errol and Canelo and you say, all right, Errol does 300,000, Canelo does 600,000, right? How many of those 600,000 are actually buying Errol Spence Jr.'s fights? And how many of those are buying both? Right? That number is going to be a lot less because now you got a lot of Mexicans that will buy Canelo Alvarez that won't buy Errol. And you got a lot of black folk that will buy Errol and won't buy Canelo. Right? So you got two unique audiences coming together. With Bud, got the same audience. It's the same audience. Those numbers.
Hey, how you doing?
Those numbers, what do you call it? They what do you call it when you cannibalize each other? Those numbers cannibalize each other. Everybody, I guarantee you, I would suspect, not guarantee, that 95% of the people that bought Terence Crawford's pay-per-views bought Errol Spence Jr.'s. Also bought Deontay Wilder's, also bought Gervonta Davis's. Because if we do this panel,
black demographic,
how many of y'all exactly? How many of if you guys have actually paid for pay-per-views, how many of those guys' pay-per-views did you buy? All of them.
I'll be honest with you. I bought Deontay's and Errol's. I'll be honest. I bought Deontay's and Errol's, and I bought the second Terence Crawford one.
Right. So you bought you're a Terence Crawford. What about you, Jeffrey?
But I bought about three of Bud's.
And how many Errols you buy?
Errol, I bought about 5 of his.
Okay, so
can you let me know the three?
Watch. I'm gonna explain the principle that Stephen Espinoza is probably looking at. So you're one viewer that bought 2 pay-per-views, both Most Disrespected and Jeffrey Brooks, both paid, right? So those are not unique viewers. They're on both, and when they fight each other, you can only buy it once. You're not gonna buy one for him and one for him and give 2 pay-per-views. That's 2 pay-per-views that are really just one person. T. Wells, did you buy both Errol's and Terrence pay-per-views?
I bought all Errol Spence's. I did buy the last pay-per-view with Bud when he fought Sean Porter.
So that's one. So you bought both. What about you, D. Webb?
I bought the Errol Spence's and Terence Crawford's. The one.
What about you, E-Money Bag? Yeah. What about?
I went to the Tank fight, so I didn't buy that, but I bought all the Errol's and then I bought Bud's last 2.
So there you go. I bought Errol's, I bought Bud's, I bought Gervonta's. So look, we got 6 people here. We bought 12 pay-per-views, but it's only going to be watch this. I'm just saying, but watch. As far as being somebody that can be counted as having bought a pay-per-view of Bud's, right? There are 6 people on here that have bought a pay-per-view with Bud. There are 6 people that have bought 1 or more pay-per-views for Errol, right? So that's 6 people, but that's 12. But that is 12 pay-per-view buys. It counts both in the 300,000 for Errol and the 150. So when you get them together and you say, how many pay-per-views can you count on? You can only count on 6. You can't count on 12. You can only count on 6.
But see,
Because
that's what a
the audience
level.
cannibalizes.
sorry.
Hold on 1 second. George Torres. Finanza joke. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Let me get this other super chat real quick. I'm glad you find me funny, but all that shit is 100% facts you can't get your dumb ass out of. You know what I'm saying? Better be funny than stupid. You know, you ain't getting out of that, brother. Hold on 1 second. T Wells, I got T Wells. Hey, let me get the smoke. And I'm gonna let y'all all respond, and I won't say nothing for a while. Rodzilla Jones, I said, okay, I got that. Thank you, Rodzilla Jones. Oh, and my man John Boy back with that big 20 in that Cash App. Brother, thank you so much to my man John Boy in the Cash App. Slide down.
Hey, Fanon, you might be missing Greenville Mike. You might be missing
John Boy. Much love, John.
You might be missing Greenville Mike. He just left the super super chat.
Right there said people have to understand that it's 2 Black American fighters. If you're not a real boxing fan, other ethnicities won't tune in. You won't be guaranteed overseas money or as many Mexican boxing fans. Great point, Greenville Mike. Excellent point. Much love in that super chat to you, John Boy, and everybody else. Let me slide down to the end. And then my man Trey Bricks in the bill said Errol 60-40, no doubt. Much love in that super chat, brother. Let me just make sure I didn't miss one. Okay, gotcha. All right, so y'all cook on that, man. I just want to make
I want y'all to answer. What about the super fight bump? You know, if he has 2 black guys, but this is the top fight, the top most wanted fight in boxing. You got to give that a little bump off of that alone, right?
Well, my next thing is you did. I believe you mentioned E-Money Bags. I believe you mentioned Devin Haney and how much he was able or willing to sacrifice in order to make the fight happen. Bud won't do that.
But why Bud won't do that?
Bud? Well, my question is, if you've been stating that you've wanted to make this fight and you've been, you want to go over here, Errol, and then you want to go over here. Now you have the opportunity where you do have to take a sacrifice to make this opportunity happen, which you just mentioned with Devin Haney. Why isn't Bud doing that?
When you allegedly been chasing Errol for 4 years.
Yeah, if you've been, you said Bud said that he was the boogeyman. He said, I've been chasing you. So that means if you've been chasing him, hey, you got to, and we're all millionaires. They're all millionaires. They already have millions of dollars in the bank. So what's more millions to more millions? It's just more money to more money.
The thing about that is we don't know exactly what they offering Bud. Bud's like, well, you only offering, let's just say they offering Bud $2 million. He's like, no, I'm not taking $2 million off of that for this type of fight. You know what I'm saying? So which is understandable, but that all that based off of far as how much they gonna offer Bud and how much they gonna offer Earl. That now you got to look at the level of fighters that they've been fighting in the past, right? So let's say like Bud been fighting
Kavaliauskas,
American.
Jose Benavidez.
So stuff like that wouldn't you couldn't expect for that to do big numbers opposed to Errol fighting Danny, Errol fighting Mikey Garcia. You can't expect. That's why I think that's what's the issue going on at the negotiation table. And like, wait a minute, we're basing your fights, Bud, off of your previous fights. When Bud saying, okay, I'm gonna have way more fans. I'm gonna have way more sales for this fight just because of who I'm fighting. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at that scenario as well. You know.
Hey, Jeffrey Brooks.
John Boy said you missed my shout out to Mike Kirkland, Keith Nolan, Blacksmith Ross, and all the supporters. That is on Cash App. Much love. That's why I didn't say that, but I'm sorry. My man John Boy in that Cash App said Mike Kirkland, Keith Nolan, Blacksmith Ross, supporters, much love. Thank you, brother, for that support in that super chat, bro. Let me get the 2 other ones and I'll let y'all
salute John Boy. Salute.
John Boy. Hey, John Boy. I always say John Boy. It's John Boy.
That's John my OG. Boy. It's the OG right there.
Right there. And then hold on 1 second. Greenville Mike. I got Greenville Mike. I got my man Trey Bricks. John Boy. Jeff Miller in the building. Jeff Miller. Damn, it just flew on me, bro. My bad. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, brother. Jeff Rose said, man, this chat like watching a good fight. Yeah, these guys about to brawl it up. I'm out to fight, though. Much love, Jeff Miller, in that super chat. And then my man, Rodzilla Jones in the building said, Bud was talking that bet $1 million BS. He MMA him. I forgot all about that shit.
That's facts. He did say that, but I'm like, oh,
missing in action now. Much love,
that's
brother. That's
facts.
with that, bro. And let me
You
go
can't
one
bet a
more. We got
million
one more.
if that's all you getting for the fight.
Trey Briggs said, quick question. Who do y'all have winning if it happens, Spence and Bud? Let's go in counterclockwise motion. Let's go to my man E Money Bags, then go like that, the top to bottom. On that
Bud
question.
Bud by decision.
I got Errol by 9th, 10th round stoppage.
Woo.
Me, I
You got it,
got
T. Wells.
Oh, my bad, bro. My bad, bro. I'm just trying to get this charger on here. I got Errol by decision, man. It's gonna be a long night for Bud.
me. I got Bud by at the 10th round TKO. You know, I got to go with that streak he on TKOs. So I'm gonna stick with that.
With me, I think I got Errol. I'm gonna go with the decision, but he's gonna put Bud on the rear pockets. So I think Bud gets knocked down, and I do see that it's probably gonna be maybe a 115, 112. I see that as a decision, but Bud is gonna touch the back pockets though.
Right.
I got Errol by decision. Timothy Stoudemire said that's messed up. So many people steal the fights. Yeah, they do. And a whole lot of people listening to this chat's going to it. My man, Hanif Moore in that super chat, brother. Much love. All right, so where were you guys at? Remind us where we at, Money Bags.
We was talking. We was talking
I just
about.
want to talk about Jeffrey Brooks's point real quick. Jeff, you made a huge point in terms of talking about the pay-per-view buys, in terms of Terence Crawford talking about he ain't gonna take $2 million. But you also got to look at the aspect of what he's going to get on the back end. If he knows this fight is going to be one of the biggest fights out there, he knows that pay-per-view money is going to be huge. It's kind of almost like the Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor. You know, Conor McGregor only had so much money guaranteed, but once the pay-per-view came in, it excelled the actual money that he was going to get. So if Bud keeps doing what he was doing when he's walking around the ocean talking about he's looking for the big fish, and he keep that kind of energy, easily see $1 million views.
You went silent, man.
Oh, sorry, my brother took the call, but I could easily see 1 million views if Bud keep that same energy.
But you gotta realize something, man. Like when Steve Espinoza was talking, he was talking about that Bud doesn't really understand that concept, and a lot of people don't realize when y'all talk about that back end, that money don't come. That money takes a long time to come, and it comes over like a pay-per-view. They say like a pay-per-view fight comes. That money comes to you over like a year to 2 years, where every month you get like a stipend. You know what I mean? And you're a Bud, and you're used to just getting your $6 million up front, your $5 million up front, and you're telling me to take less money, and I gotta hope that, you know what I'm saying? So I really would like to know if this fight don't happen. What's up?
But E Money, Jeffrey Brooks, y'all got to look at it from a negotiation standpoint. All the leverage is in Errol's favor. The only thing Bud really coming to the table with is the fact that Errol wants to fight, and he got that WBO belt. That's really it. Everything else is in Errol's favor.
Let me ask you a question. How many people been unified champion?
A lot of people. George Kambosos was unified.
Listen, no. Exactly. A lot of people been unified. A lot of people haven't been undisputed. That's what Errol's chasing, like Devin Haney. If you want that history, if you want to be that 9th name on that list, you're gonna have to concede something too, brother. That's
and same thing like Bud. He has to concede
Bud's already
too.
been undisputed. Bud's already on that list.
Whoa! So that means basically.
Tashawn 216 said Errol by decision. I hope Bud got eye insurance. Much love. My man Tate Bricks, I got you, brother. Don't worry about it. Says Fanon, I need my wrench. Got you, brother. And hold on one more second. My man Mike Kirkland at the bottom of this. Hold on one second. My man Mike Kirkland said, for Jeffrey Brooks, always supporting. Thank you, brother. Much love, man. Thank you so much. All right, y'all back.
Appreciate it,
y'all can get back to it.
Yes, sir. I was going to say, just like I said before, if Devin Haney was willing to make sacrifices, which he did, he took the lesser contract and everything. Why doesn't Bud do the same? You want Errol to make all the concessions when you're fighting on his network, his platform. You're coming over to Showtime, PBC, and now I got to still roll out the red carpet for you when you're coming into my house. You got to make that make sense.
And don't forget, he also don't want to fight in Texas. The fact that he don't want to fight in the Texas Stadium means that y'all losing money because that's a huge gate.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Let
can
me
sell
ask
out
you.
Jerry Jones. We already sold out Jerry Jones Stadium a few times, so we can make the most gate there and get concessions. We can get a percentage of the concessions too. Like, what's going on here?
But my response to that would be an easy response. You saying that if we both want something, I never said that Spence had. Y'all keep saying Spence is giving everything. We know only thing we know about that deal is that Spence has accepted his part of the deal. We have no clue what he has gotten. What if
He
we
got a
find
million.
out?
Listen,
That's my point.
He got $1 million
That's my
guaranteed,
point.
Hey,
and he's gonna get
That's my
60%
point.
of the pay per
that
view.
money
That's
doesn't,
it.
but their money doesn't affect none of us. Their money doesn't affect none of us. We're talking about millionaires. So you're just adding millions on top of millions. So they
But
already
millionaires
have
don't
the
look at it like
bag.
that, fam. But hold on, fam. Millionaires don't look at it like that, though. Like they just said, millionaires don't look at it like I'm a millionaire, so one more million is cool. They looking at it like, yo, this might be the biggest fight of my life. This might be the one where my kids spend money off this fight. So you got to look. So you're going to try to get everything you want. But he's definitely getting more. I guarantee. I bet my bottom dollar. He got 2.5 for Ugas. So I know he's getting more money than $1 million up front for Spence. They got to be at least around 5.7 for this particular fight. It got to be.
Real quick,
I
John
think
Boy,
Bud.
Zenith, real quick. Sorry, man. Much
Go
love.
ahead,
Thank
you
you
got it.
everybody that's supporting on the chat, bro. Zenith, Jeffrey, Lone Star, and again, big bro Mike Kirkland. I'm out. Peace. Check you out later. And Blessed, TBC has more KOs than EJ has fights. That is definitely true. Blessed 365. And also one last
Hey,
one.
give her a wrench, Fanon. Give her a wrench.
Yeah, Terry, put it in the chat, Terry.
I'm on my phone.
You know the
I'm on my
routine.
phone.
And
I'll put
Robin
it in the
Turner,
chat.
I'll unblock you, Robin. Robin Turner with the big 5-0 and with the big 5 in the Cash App. Thank you, brother, so much for your support. I'll get to that.
Hey, salute Ramen. My boy Ramen. He's back. We got both of them, Quincy and Ramen, back.
Yes, sir. I still think Ramen is a king, but we'll
You
see.
need Quincy and Judo.
Hey,
I'm
that's
gonna
king for sure.
tell y'all this much, man. This has got to be about the most strangest negotiation
Hell
I've
yeah.
ever
You ain't never
seen.
lied.
Because I never seen so many people saying, far as that has to do with the fight, saying the fight is almost made. The fight is almost. You got Spence saying this fight is getting ready to happen now. Then you got Brady Boxer saying, man, they lowballing Bud still. Then you got somebody else over here saying, oh, it's getting ready. And it's been going on almost 2 months. How is the fight almost being made? So what is really going on at the negotiation
That's all
table?
posturing. That's all
Because
posturing.
in other sports, like if whoever you're, like you said, you're a Cowboys fan, you know what Zeke was trying to get, and you kind of know what they was offering Zeke when they going through their deal. My only problem is we always say Bud this, Bud that. What if the offer is terrible for Bud? You know, and what if you sit back and be like, this fight goes out the gym? I really think this fight is going to do 800,000 to 1.2. I really think it's going to go up. So you're like, yo, I done signed this deal. I could have made, even if I'd have got 45%, I left 15 million on the table because I had to be forced into this fight. Yeah, Bud has been calling him out for a long time. They've been calling each other out. And I do understand that Spence is the A side, but if I'm fighting D-Web and D-Web signed his part of the fight 3 months ago and I'm still negotiating, that means you got damn near everything you wanted.
E-Money, I understand exactly what you're saying in that aspect, bro. When you talk about, all right, the negotiation side of the business, and we don't know exactly what Terence Bud got. But if you think that you're getting ready to go ahead and go on this undisputed reign and knock out Errol and go up and beat up Charlo, go ahead and take the lesser money, because if there's a rematch involved, you go get the more money on the second side of it.
That's not true. No. Haney just beat Kambosos, and he's not going to make. That's why he kept saying some things got to change. So we got to see what's going on because Kambosos is going to kill him at the table again. So,
but that was because Devin already accepted the contract.
Real quick. Jamal James, thank you so much for that support, brother. And also, my man Jeff Miller said PBC show got a system and they hosting it. Bud either got a line or not. Where's my wrench at? Jeff Miller, hey man, I'm handing out wrenches on Monday morning. That's going to be
down or lay down.
Monday morning. Oh, by the way, somebody told somebody, the dude that I got blocked, you know why somebody's a moron? If somebody said, this dude said, keep my name out your mouth or I'm going to sue you. Dude, he would have to have my name in his mouth to tell me not to use his name. So I would be suing him. He would be suing me. And by the way, Dante's Boxing Nation ain't nothing but one of the best channels that there is on YouTube. talking about the game of boxing. I ain't never said nothing, but go subscribe and support Dante's Boxing Nation. And thank you to Dante's Boxing Nation for.
And he shows you a bad joint at the beginning of every video.
What do you say?
And he show you a baddie at the beginning of every video.
Every video.
Every
Nothing
do
but
the walk. Do the
love
walk.
Dante's Boxing Nation around here. All right, y'all. Go ahead, back at it, man.
But yeah, what was you saying, fam?
We're still discussing in regards to the terms of Errol, Spence, and Terence Crawford, and we keep mentioning Devin Haney and how Devin Haney, he had signed a contract which he knew that it was a fight, it was a rematch clause in there for the same amount of money. So I mean, I don't understand how you're going to talk about contracts and bring that up in that kind of sense. Like, if Bud has to know what he's signing, and at the end of the day, like, if he looks at where his position is, he's not in a very great standing position. You're coming to PBC, you're coming to Showtime. What leverage do you really have, all besides that last belt? You have the last Dragon Ball I need right now. Like, I'll fight you for it, but you're gonna make extraneous like terms in order for us to fight. Like, at that point, like, we either as a public, we should either see the terms, but then nobody wants to negotiate in public, because then everybody's going to have their hands in things. Everything should be done closed doors. So where's all this? I mean, you have Bernie the boxer saying all this stuff, but Bernie isn't giving out any information either. He's not talking about numbers, terms, anything else like that either.
I don't think the fighters are even allowed to talk about the negotiations to the public. That's what I'm picking up. You know what I'm saying? Because you never see Errol saying this is what's being talked. You never see Bud saying this is what's being talked about. You never hear the trainer saying this is when that's being talked about. So I think that that's some type of confidentiality that's going on with that. That's what I think. You know,
most disrespected boxer. You said something. You said he said, oh, he only has one. He has the last piece of the belt. Brother, we live in America, man. Supply and demand. That's if your goal is something and I got the last piece, I got the big joker. Especially if it's something you don't hear Bud talking about. I want to be undisputed. He doesn't say that. He said he wants Spence. He said he wanted Spence when Spence had one belt. Bud don't really talk about undisputed because he's already done it. You know what I mean? It's not a big. It would be cool to be the first person to do it twice. Not really do it twice in a 4-belt era. Do it twice. But there's been other guys that have been undisputed just in different belt eras. But as far as that, that's something Errol wants to get on that list. My response to that is this: when you Google Ugas and Spence, Spence got 500,000 more, but they both got 50-50 on paper on the back end. Now, why is that? Because Bud wanted that belt. It's important to him. If I'm Crawford and you gave Ugas 50-50, I gotta get 50-50.
Hey, E-Money Bags, man, I think this just come down, man, to Bud's ego, to be honest with you. I don't think nobody ducking nobody scared of nobody. I just think Bud thinks he's a better fighter than Errol Spence. He feels like he's accomplished more, so he's not going to concede. He don't want to make it look like he's taking less than Errol.
Right. That's a fact.
At all.
That also is somebody also left that in the chat. Somebody just dropped in the chat. How can you talk about 50-50 when you sacrificed more money to fight Amir Khan?
You can see
Amir Khan walked away with 7. Go look in the chat. That's true. It wasn't 50-50 with Amir Khan. Amir Khan did take a majority of the money. That's true. That's fact.
Hold on, but you don't know why? You want to know why? Amir Khan took more of the money because that fight wasn't pay-per-view in America. It was pay-per-view in Europe. And upfront money, Bud got more. I keep telling you, Bud gets more on his fights. He gets
Amir Khan walked away with more. Amir Khan walked away with more because Danny Garcia admitted, "Why would I fight Bud for $3 million when I can make that much fighting Rod Salka?"
Okay, but you gotta understand when you go over to Europe and those guys like right now, why can Broner get 5?
Oh man, you froze up, bro.
You froze up real perfect time.
Money Bags, you froze up.
Lonzo Turner said EJ and Terence Crawford should just sign winning fight takes big bank. Hey man, nobody ever takes that deal.
Boxing don't work like that.
Yeah, people ain't about to gamble with their paycheck ahead of time.
They don't even want to gamble with 10% of it.
Jamal Reeves said Bud is trying to recoup from years of putting himself in a bad position. He's got to be realistic with what he really demands in the market. Much love, Jamal Reeves in that building. Thank you so much for that support, brother. Go ahead,
Bud
Errol.
too prideful. Bud too prideful to be realistic.
And we can't really say what Bud is really worth, you know what I'm saying, or what he shouldn't ask for. But like you said, you got to be realistic too. If this amount of money is only being offered on the table between both fighters, I mean, come on, how you gonna just throw your own price out there? If that's the case, you know what I'm saying? We really don't know what the case is, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we got to go based off of your previous promoter, like Bob Arum, when he said that I've lost multiple millions of dollars behind Bud. Like,
That hurt Bud.
when your own promoter says that, what else do we have to? You know what else?
Okay, yeah, but okay, how much of that is Bob's fault? Because he is the promoter, right?
So look at that right there.
Apparently, you did
Crawford
a bad
got
job.
5.5 up front, and then
you froze again.
Oh, you froze again. You froze again. Need money bags. You froze again. Refresh and come back in. Need money bags.
Yeah, but you know, come on, Bob promoter. Bob saying all this about Bud, but you are the promoter. That's what you getting paid for to promote. So you have he also has a job and stuff to help promote Bud as well. So
that's
you
true
lost
too.
money.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
for sure.
No, you're good. Money bags. Can you see us, or did you pause? You good? Oh, I think he paused.
He froze again. He should be back. Oh, there you go.
There you go. Now, what were you about to show us? Money bags?
That's for the American Crawford fight. Crawford got 5.5 and Khan got 5, so he got more. He got more up front. And you know, in England they're going to support their own. But the point is, I just would like to know how much. If it's something slight and like Bud just wants exactly as much as Spence or more, then I would agree with y'all. But I just get the feeling that it's a big dip. I get the feeling it's a big dip.
Hey man, hey, Devin Haney had to take a big dip to be undisputed. I mean, hey man, sometimes you got to make sacrifices to make history. I mean, I thought Bud was
whose history?
We're not at 140 anymore. We're not at 140 anymore. This isn't Kansas anymore, Dorothy. This isn't 140.
Ho. But listen, but when that picture that table, Bud's, if we paint an undisputed table, I don't care what division it is, Bud's sitting at the table. Errol can't even walk in the building.
That goes back to what I said about Bud feeling like Errol has done. I mean, like he's done more than Errol. That Errol needs to fight more than he do. That's what it comes down to.
At a lesser weight.
Hold on. Here's probably what Bud thinking. Here's what Bud mind might be at. Let's just say, like I said before, let's just say if they offered both fighters a total of $22 million, right? And let's say the fight does $100 million. Who's winning and who's losing? The fighters losing on that, then, right? Because they already bought you out. They already bought you out. So now we're going to get whatever the fight is really worth. So Bud's probably saying, no, I want this amount of money because of the expectation of the fight. This is a high scale fight that's about to take place. You're not about to lowball me with a couple $1 million and you guys about to keep almost $100 million off this fight. No. And, you know, and that does make sense if that's the case. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we also have to account for the other. We also have to account for the other purses of the fighters, as well as the stadium fee, or the arena fee, and everything else like that, promotional fees. So all money does have to be made back. So it's not like if Bud is asking for an exorbitant amount.
Realistically, do you see that fight losing money? Let's be honest here. Realistically, do you see that fight losing money?
No.
That fight's not losing money.
No.
And you said that Floyd took $18 million for the Guerrero fight. You got to remember, bro. Floyd signed that 5-year, $250 million deal. That was his first fight. He got $50 million for every fight, minimally. And they thought he was going to lose, and they just made sure he got Manny in that fight. That's the only clause. He had to take Manny at some point. But you got to understand, this is the biggest fight. If you're not going to make no money on this fight, then you might as well just fight who you want. Fight bums. This is the money fight. You got to get every dollar you can possibly get.
But that doesn't mean I got to. That means same thing like old boy said it before in the super chat. Bend but don't break. Like at some point, I'm the pay-per-view guy. You're fighting over here on my network. Like at some point, like
you just said bend but don't break. That goes for both of us, brother.
Yeah,
it can't just be for Spence.
Right. But what is? So that means, so let's say an offer was made for like, let's say, I think Phenom might want to go get that super chat right there. You might,
yes, sir.
You got that.
Hey, much love in that super chat. Bud and Ndongo had 2 belts each. They didn't give Undungo 50-50, and Bud did not get more up front than Khan, who had no belt. He knows the business, so asking 50-50 is stalling is based on sales. And my man, also again in that super chat, brother, thank y'all so much for supporting the channel, and thank everybody on this impromptu panel for shit giving a different. Y'all the haters now today. I ain't gotta be the only hater out here because y'all out here hating on Bud. That's a matter of fact. That's what I'm about. Y'all hating on Bud. Give Bud.
That's Al. Hey, look for none. That's Al Bernstein's Twitter, man. He usually comes correct, man. I usually, if he would know, I would think he would be the one to know.
What'd he say?
When that fight first happened with Amir Khan, you see that on his Twitter, Terence Crawford 5.5, Amir Khan 5. So I don't know why he would post that if it wasn't true. But you know,
but Al Bernstein's Showtime.
But you know, he still was posting the stuff to each fight. It just was on his Twitter.
That's Hunter Young. Real quick, because I'm gonna get out y'all combo again. I'm enjoying this, man. Bud ain't doing what Dev did because Dev is young and Kambosos is low risk. Bud ain't young and EJ is high risk. Dude, that's a great point because I didn't want to get in on that.
They both high risk to each other.
I was about to say that cancels each other out.
Yeah.
No. Excuse me. Kambosos was not high risk for Devin.
Right.
That ain't a high risk fight.
These two are high risk for each other. So that's the perfect point. If Spence took his deal, knowing how high risk Bud is, like this dude could possibly beat me. I don't care how great Spence is. He knows it's a possibility I could lose this fight. But I gotta be on my game to win this fight. He can't win with a B+ performance.
Yeah.
So and he already accepted his deal. That means he got a hell of a deal.
So E-Money Bags and Jeffrey Brooks. So look, if we're going back to our hypothetical situation from earlier, if Bud says, okay, they're not offering me enough money, forget this fight. He takes the WBO route, goes up to 154 to fight Jermell Charlo, right? He's still negotiating with the same people, ain't he?
It wouldn't even work. It wouldn't. And the worst thing is,
Charlo, he's the A side.
No, he would not. That's going to purse bid. That's a mandatory purse bid. That'll be a 70-30 split. If he takes the WBO route, no, it'll be 70-30 for Charlo if he does that WBO route and does everything and goes up. That will be a purse split.
So he
will be in a worse position. He will be making less money.
But hold on. He can
for a fight that's probably gonna make less money.
The Charlo fight makes less money because if Bud does the WBO super route and goes up to 54, that's a mandatory split.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a mandatory split. That's 70-30.
So what I'm saying is the fight is gonna make less overall. So like you just said, he's gonna be in an even worse position. He's gonna get a less split out of a fight that's probably gonna make less money.
But he could talk Charlo into getting that fight without doing the super champion thing, because Charlo would take that fight.
It wouldn't work. You're dealing with the same company you've just been dealing with right now with Errol. They're the same company.
Okay, but let me make this make sense for you. Hold on, let me make it make sense for you. If you're that company that's representing Charlo, what big money fight can you get Charlo right now?
There's a few. Shit.
Name one.
Shit. I mean,
Name one.
Shoot, give me Tony Harrison again. I'll take that shit. I'll give me Tony Harrison. Give me somebody.
That's an entertaining fight. That's an entertaining fight. That's not a big money fight.
Give me Jared Hurd.
Hold on. My man Motorsport said Bud took less money for furthering his career. Why Spence can't sacrifice to make the same to make this fight. Yeah, thank you.
He said you're Ben. He said you're Ben.
B in the building. Welcome, Steph. What's going on, Steph B?
Gentlemen, just enjoying the panel.
What's going on, bro?
Enjoying the panel. What's up, man? Thanks for having me.
So jump on with a comment, man. Let's let you jump in with a game. Who left? I missed who left.
That was T Wells. T Wells probably got a phone call.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if he come back, it's good. We can roll for a little while. This is fun, man. I like y'all listening to talking this good old schnizznet. Go ahead, man.
Who was that? Iman, you said something that struck me about this whole conversation, and first of all, I love what you said, and but anyway, hang on, my dogs, gosh, girls, come back. Anywho, what's that? Man, the whole negotiation stuff kind of it bothers me in the sense that when we look at the math work, the actual equation on how this stuff works, you got an A side, you got a B side. From what we know from, I'm going to use Fanon for the example, he's given us the real, he's given us up-to-date information on this stuff. Both these guys have agreed on the agreeable terms, right? Right. So the holdup is what? The guaranteed money and what Bud is negotiating because he's the B side. I mean, Errol doesn't have to do much. He can send or take or receive or whatever. So he's done his part. And I think with the increasing frustration is coming that the fight's not being made because this, that, and the other. Sorry, my dogs are bothering my neighbors. That, the fight's not going to be made for this, that, and the other reason. But my point is, we all want to act like a litigator, a lawyer, or whatever it is for our favorite fighters. But that's just not how it works. Steven Espinoza is going to sign off the check for both these gentlemen. And look, Errol is the man. He's got the clout. He's got the leverage. So
what's his leverage again?
I'm sorry?
What's his leverage again?
What he is today. He's a #1 welterweight. He's
also, it's the company, the platform.
Yes.
You're working with PBC Showtime, so you are coming to his network, his platform, you're coming to his domain.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
You put too much stock on that, though.
Wait, hang on, E-Money. Hang on, sir. Hang on,
Go
sir.
ahead, brother.
No problem. But the thing is, Bud is he's in that tough position. He's also he is negotiating for the best bang for his buck, but he can't force those guys to I guess uppity his money because they're working off literally the numbers that he's created throughout his career, and they've listened to Top Rank as well. They've seen how they've moved him on both sides, on Bud's side and Bob's side, on how they represent him. So, look, man, take the deal if you really want to fight this guy and you really want to go undisputed. But quickly, kind of segue back to Steven's point of view, his POV. Look, man, he's not trying to lose his cash cow, simply put, and they're not going to. It's either take that money or they're not going to do this. They said that before we've even gotten here, before we even got to this very conversation we had. They're like, look, you're not as big as you say you are, and that's just what it is. So, but I'm going to say this and I'm going to shut up. Like, look, man, people want to act like that's not what it is. Like, we haven't even actually talked about how these guys are going to win the fight. We're talking about how they're negotiating or who's this, that, and the other. So I'm just like, that's not what it is. Because I'm going to use Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather. He was the B side. He negotiated to the best of his abilities to get his. Shut up, Aura. Damn. Yeah, sorry, my little puppy there. Where was I? Yeah, so he negotiated everything he could do, and guess what? He bet himself and he took the W. He got the win. So, and that kick-started a great second half to his career, money-wise. So, equate that to this situation. Bud could take a page out of Devin's book. I've heard you guys mention that over and over again. Take whatever deal that's there and go be great, man. But he's, in my opinion, he's holding up. He's holding up. Errol can't do nothing, man. And then someone said, "Oh yeah, you know what it was, E-Money?" And I'm really shut up. You said the Ugas, the 50-50, but Bud wants 50-52. Look, man. In my opinion, I think Showtime and company, they did him a favor. Because Errol wanted to go undisputed and get WBA. And we see how long that took to negotiate because WBA was tripping. They were like, oh, no, we want to do a like a round robin table and make all these guys fight for it.
That tournament, they wanted to do that tournament.
And it was
and then not only that, like same thing in this situation. That's just what the money, that's just what they had. That was the budget for the fight, 50-50, man. Errol agreed to it. Ugas agreed to it. And guess what happened? He won, got his belt, man.
And it's an in-house fight. It was an in-house fight, so whoever wins, you still have a vested interest in.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Yes.
So
that's why I wanted to jump on your back. I want to jump on your back, Steph. Like how you mentioned, you laid out everything perfect, and that's why now I just wanted to segue off of everything, all the facts that you had just stated. Thank you, because that segues into Bud. Because at the end of the day, like also D-Web and like Steph said, dude, we're dealing with PBC Showtime in-house fighters. You're dealing with us and our stable. So the money's always going to remain here, and the vested interest remains here. But you're not even willing to sign a contract because you don't have no promotional deal. You have no company. You're not with the Zone, Top Rank, Golden Boy, Salida Promotions. Even you're not even with Pro Bellum. Like at some point, even for us to, you're literally I don't know how he's doing negotiations without who's his promoter. He ain't got no promoter, so it's like he's really on a bad end of the street. Like unless you're doing a solo deal, like it's not gonna work.
Hold on, listen, real quick. You hold on. When he fought Mikey Garcia didn't have a promoter. That's a lot of people been doing it. They take short fight deals and they go back and renegotiate. But to respond to what you said, you said what Floyd did. Floyd knew that Oscar makes way more money than him. But like I keep saying, we keep getting to the point. We can't prove. If you Google and when that fight took place, if you Googled Oscar De La Hoya, it was probably $100+ million to Floyd's 15. If you Google Bud and Spence right now,
I believe it was Oscar De La Hoya walked away with 52 million and Floyd walked away with 25.
I'm not talking about the fight. I'm saying if you would have before that fight,
not going to argue with 360. I was just mentioning that.
If you were Googling how much they were worth, De La Hoya had way more money than Floyd because you knew he was making more money. But if you Google right now Bud and Spence, they're both at $8 million. You know what I'm saying? Like Forbes has them at $8 million.
Oh, is that the odds?
You can't believe Forbes. I don't believe Forbes and all that wealth only because I saw what Chad Johnson, former Cincinnati Bengals receiver, said. They said his net worth was this, and then when he showed his cell phone, he said, "How much do I have in the bank account?" He killed the whole everything.
But here's what you're confusing Google with Forbes. What a lot of people don't know is when you want to be on the Forbes list, you have to show them things. You have to show them things. Google just comes up with what they can see. Chad never wanted to be on Forbes. I'm talking about the Forbes list. The Forbes, when you see the Forbes most top paid athletes, you have to show them those financials. Now, when Google just says I'm worth whatever, that's just Google's looking in for things. But you're right about. But that whole going to Showtime, bro, that's not big as what you think it is. It's big on their side, but like, oh, I'm going to his domain. That's not that big of a deal. That's not that big of a deal, especially when he doesn't have another network behind him. If they made him, all I'm saying is if they could make this a 50-50 fight, I guarantee you, if they said whatever Spence is getting, you can get it, the fight will be signed and they would not lose money. And we all know whatever Spence is getting, if they match it for Bud, Showtime's not losing money on that fight.
Real quick, in between your two, Zenith 360 said Ugas did not get 50-50. That source was debunked. Yeah, I never did believe that. No doubt. All right, y'all can get back to it.
Yeah, and I said something to that lawyer, like I was just using it for example, not that I believe that. But to Fanon's point, and this is why Fanon really keeps his head optimism going about the fight, is that Bud's got nowhere to go, man. And that's what kind of draws me back in, because if you ask me, I don't think we're going to get the fight. But Bud's got nowhere to go, man. He's got nowhere to go. He can honestly go back to Top Rank and do the fight-by-fight deal. Or whatever, but
I don't think Bob's gonna take him back. I don't think Bob will take him back.
Oh, Bob will take him back. Bob will take him back.
He already said all the money. Bob already said that he lost so many millions. He could have made a mansion in Hollywood Hills.
Well,
he literally said that.
No, that's true, but he's exaggerating.
That's even more expensive. You should have took Hollywood Hills. Beverly is way more.
Bud is suing Bob right now.
Fanon, when he sued him, what they said that was a lie. They said that was a lie.
What was a lie?
That Top Rank lost money on Bud. They said that was a lie.
Yeah, but anyway, they're suing each other. Rizilla, real quick. E-Money. I'm not gonna read that. You can read that, E-Money.
E-Money, you can lose no Bud fan, bro. Snap out of it. Hey, listen, man. I love them both. I just think I love them both. I'm saying 50-50. I'm not saying for Bud to get more. I want 50-50 so the fight can happen. I want to go to the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to see the fight. And I know if it was 50-50, the fight would get made. And they're not going to lose money. You cannot look at Bud and say, hey, if we give you what we're giving Spence, we're going to lose money on this fight. There's no way. Because they're not going to give Spence enough money to lose money on the fight. So if they match what Spence got, Showtime's still going to kill it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
If this fight don't get made, and Bud stays at 147, like Steph B was just saying, where does he go? Who does he fight next?
So if he asked it, so you think Jerron Ennis ain't going to take that fight?
Against Bud?
Yeah.
Against Bud.
No, Bud's not going to take that fight. Who cares? Who cares what Ennis thinks? Bud's not taking that fight. No.
And he still got to go back and do business.
And that's and real fast, E-Money. Yes, sir. And that's what I was saying, E-Money, to Fanal when I first ever met him, and that's why I got down with him. I was like, bro, I'll grant it. Say we don't get this fight. Bud's this is kind of back to my whole opinion about the whole fight and just Bud where he's going. He's in a bad spot. There's so much smoke waiting on him. You got Duran in it. You got Virgil. You got Keith Thurman. You got even Ugas. There's still guys vying for it. So if the belts get spread out like that, you got to go through those guys, man. Because fans like me are going to be calling for that. Shout out to BFTB. The best fight the best. We all want that, man.
I got one name for you. Andy
Yes, sir.
Ruiz.
Hey, man, he's a hell of a fighter. He's a great fighter.
But my point is, if Spence don't take the Bud fight and you lose to Ennis or you lose to Virgil Ortiz and you make $5 million and now all your leverage is gone.
Who are we talking about? You talking about Errol? Or you talking about
Errol? I said there's smoke for like you said. We just determined. Hold on, listen.
No, I debunked it right now, sir. Errol's moving up, dude. He's moving up. He's moving up though.
Hold on, listen. You just heard what I said. That we just determined that there's nobody for Bud to fight. There's nobody for Bud to fight. Okay, let's say that's true. There's plenty for Spence to fight. People are gonna start calling for
no one's saying that there isn't. We're not saying what there isn't.
Who wants to see Bud move up to 154 and not fight for a belt? Or watch him
Stop.
But you know, all the belts are at PBC. All the belts at 154 at PBC, so you got to still deal with the same network and the same company you've been dealing with Errol.
You're muted, Dev.
A Jamel Charlo fight can be made way easier than a
real quick. Hey, Stay Dangerous Boxing. What's good, man?
Hey, how y'all doing, man?
Good, bro.
All right, just switch it to Stay Boxing, and we can go with what he's talking about real quick because you just jumped on. I don't know if I've seen you a lot on the channel before though. What's good, man?
Yeah,
but now I feel like you. They all against me, bro. I got.
What'd you say?
No, you like Bud fans or something else, man.
We're not against you. We love you as a brother, but you know what I mean. You know.
I love both fighters, bro. But what I wanted to say, E-Money, you said Bud don't want to be undisputed, but that's not true, bro. Bud said he went to 147 to be the undisputed welterweight champion of the world. He had a long interview with Andre Ward, and he said that's the reason he's doing this. And not only that, bro, he's not bringing. Look, you cannot bring accolades to a negotiation table, bro. It don't. Nobody does that in boxing. Like your accolades are your accolades. The only thing undisputed means is you get
brother.
You get the pick. You get the pick of the litter. If you move up or if you move down, either way it goes, you get the pick of the litter. That's the only thing undisputed means, bro. Undisputed don't mean, oh, I'm undisputed. Now you got to do what I say, do, bro. No, it don't work like that.
I never said that though.
I'm not saying you saying that, bro. I'm not saying that. I'm just making a general statement because Terence Crawford, what he's doing, dog, nobody else has had this issue this deep in boxing. Like it's kind of looking like, bro, the fight's not gonna happen, bro.
We've seen this issue for years though. When guys come from other networks, when we see guys come from other networks,
but he's fought people from other networks. He's fought multiple guys from the PBC.
Okay, so
and didn't he take a 60-40 split with Sean Porter? Because wasn't Bud given $6 million and Sean Porter was given $4 million for that fight?
Also, bro, when he fought for undisputed at 140, do you know what the split was?
No, I don't.
No, can you let us know?
It was 60-40 his way.
Okay.
Oh.
But I'm not calling for Bud to get more money. I said 50-50.
But what I'm saying
is can you show me any fight that was ever 50-50 where it was both 25 million, 10 million, 10 million, everything down the line, down the middle? Can you show me anywhere?
Mike Tyson, Holyfield both got 61. Off the top of my head.
Hey, Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury.
They got 50-50 straight up down the middle. I remember. Yeah, Deontay.
For the first two fights is 50-50.
For the first two fights?
That was true. That was true. Yeah, he did give a,
Hey,
and but then Tyson Fury did get that $100 million contract though
that
from
was
ESPN.
Deontay blessing him. He didn't have to get
Yeah.
the 50.
Well,
So you want to?
you just said, I love you said that. Oh, I'm glad you just said it. You said that was Deontay blessing him. No, that was Deontay knowing he couldn't get a big money fight nowhere else because AJ was never going to fight him, and he couldn't get and nobody cared about him fighting Luis Ortiz for the 18th time or fighting Ruiz or whoever else. He knew that was the only big money fight.
That's not the only big money fight, bro. He could have fought Luis Ortiz again, like he did.
That was never a big fight. That fight didn't make no big money.
What are you talking about?
Hey, E-Money Bag.
Yeah.
Wait.
Look at this.
What fight is this? What fight is this, Joe?
And
Luis Ortiz and Deontay.
Honestly,
that was actually a big money fight.
That was a big
God.
money fight, bro.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
I mean, I don't know, but what, 10 million?
No, Deontay walked with 20 million in that fight.
How much you think they made?
That's a lot of money. Most boxers don't even get 10 or 6.
Deontay didn't get 20 million for Ortiz. I'm not. Hell no.
I think so. I think you got to go Google. I think you could possibly go Google that because I think Deontay said out of his own mouth.
I'm Googling as we speaking.
I think you might need to go Google that. Let's see how much he made.
All of that is besides the point, though, bro.
Right. Who cares about how much money he making, dog? For real.
Get
your paper, boo-boo.
No, so my question is, so money is stopping legacy and history, correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Thank you. That's all we need to hear then.
No, not for me. I'm talking about that's what we're watching. We watch fights not get made over money. This is a fact. Is that not a fact? I'm pretty sure we all agree on that.
Okay.
Hey, look, E-Money Bag. Look, I'm a big Devin Haney fan. So now I know that. Everybody in the chat know that. But right now, if it was a fight to be made between Devin Haney and Tank Davis gonna get more money. He's gonna get the bigger split. It's the same situation,
bro. Because
Devin Haney's undisputed. Devin Haney is undisputed,
and he would still get less money to fight Tank.
It says that
he would still get less money.
Wilder made 2.1 and Ortiz made 500,000. That's not.
Bro, that's
real quick.
Ain't nobody believe that. Nobody believes that.
Y'all said Google it. I'm just talking about.
Pause real quick. Man, Rodzilla Jones in the building and Holiday in the building. Hey, let Rodzilla get a word in first, and then Holiday after that. Just and y'all can roll with that conversation. By the way, all y'all are Bud haters. Bud is the man. Oh, y'all just need to stop hating on Bud. Stop hating on Bud. Stop hating on Bud. Y'all bunch of aerosexuals. I'm with E-Money Bag.
You love cornbread.
Golly, we're aerosexuals. Whoa.
You say aerosexuals? Man.
I never.
I just want to appreciate you letting us come on, man.
E-Money Bags, I got your back, dog. I got your back.
I'm not against Terence Crawford at all, dog. I just feel like, bro.
The funny thing is, none of us are against Terence. The funny thing, we're not against Terence Crawford. We just want to see the fight get made. Just sign, just make the fight happen.
Here's a great question for all of y'all. What should Bud take? 60-40, 70-30? What should he take?
60-40.
I'd be okay if he take 45.
Didn't Errol say he's the 60-40 guy? He said that he's the 60-40 guy. So come on, 60-40. That's all it is.
Like if somebody was to buy this fight out and they went strictly by the numbers, bro, your man's gonna get 20% because of his numbers. But what I think he should get, if I had the money to pay both of them, both of these men getting $50 million, bro. I'm gonna pay these dudes what they want. That's
why is that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Because he's doing it for fans.
That man did, and you would have wasted the whole budget for at least 4 to 5 months.
Last 365. We are against Bud.
5 guaranteed, and then put 10 in the pot.
Me personally, I believe the fight will do close to 1 million pay-per-view because it's been boiling for a minute. And I'm only 24 years old, bro.
Yes, sir.
Everybody in my city, every barbershop, every restaurant, I box too. Every boxing gym, my opposing boxing gym.
What city do you live in?
I live in Pensacola, Florida.
Everywhere you go. Shout out Keith Thurman. Shout out Keith Thurman.
He from Clearwater.
We ain't even the same.
It's the Florida boys. It's all Florida boys there. It's all Florida boys.
I love him.
No, California hit.
But stay
But back
dangerous.
to what I
It's the
was
same.
saying,
It's the same demographic, though. You know what I'm
it's
saying? Like,
everywhere, bro.
I mean,
Like
like
it's
to the points
everywhere.
earlier. I mean, the same people, the same Bud fans who bought his fight, bought Errol's fight, bought Javante's
Yeah,
fight,
Thank
and
you.
all in between, man. So like, coming back to the Steven point, look, man, those guys know what they're doing, and I don't think all because of how big this fight or what we think how big it is, but they're going to start gambling and getting funky. They're about their money, is what I'm saying.
They
I'm
gamble
talking
all
about
the
Steven.
time, though.
All right, so like,
It's
well,
pride
I mean,
fighting
to
at
a
the end of
point
the day.
where yeah, they're gonna bring someone up, yeah, you know, you got to try that out. But I mean, when it comes to for sure standings and what Steven his budget is, you're not gonna play around with that.
What do you think?
Not for you,
Do you
not
think,
for me, not for anyone on this panel. You were saying any money?
What you
I
say,
said,
bro?
do you think Spence got more than like? My point is this. And
Wait,
I'll
no,
let you.
ask that. You know, do you think he got more what?
Oh no, I said, do you think he got more than 10 million for this fight, Spence?
For which fight?
Oh, he will, and I
No, I
think
mean
back
up
end
front.
I
for
think Bud
sure.
will too. But we're talking about guaranteed, like up front.
Yeah,
Right. Up
there's
front,
At
a
that's
least
what
I
base.
fights
think.
over his
There's a
check.
base, and then there's an incentive based on promotion and other factors.
Right.
They probably got a low base.
See, let me stop there real fast. I don't think that's an issue because look, we know what Showtime and Steven and Tim Smith have already told us all that type of information. It's just what kind of comes out. What am I really saying? They already have the math work. They already have a methodology on how they're going to go about this business, and they're
Yeah.
pretty confident in it. So we just need to shut up and let them do what they do. But where we stand today, July 8th, July 9th, the money is that Bud wants more money. Guaranteed that is. Up front, if I could speak for him. So I think that's entirely different than why you think Bud will win the fight or why I think Spence will win the fight. And frankly, man, it's taxing at this point. So this is why we're all like, hey man, sign that fight, man. Take that fight, dog. You know, and like Phenom previous what's that channels where he was like, we be whining, man. We whining, man. We just take the fight, man.
But you gotta understand something, man. If this is the biggest fight of your career, and like, because you brought up what Mayweather did, but as soon as that fight happened,
Hey, real quick. Holiday didn't get to say nothing, man. What's good, Holiday?
My bad.
What's happening for now? No, I was just thinking about if you guys remember prior to when Errol Spence was going to fight Pacquiao, and remember all the speculation going around prior to that. Pacquiao was going to fight Terence Crawford. He was going to fight Ryan Garcia, and then bam, Errol Spence got the fight. For all we know, it could be a step away, and they're just not announcing it yet. You know, they're pretty secretive and do a good job of this thing. But if you guys remember prior to the Errol Spence and the Pacquiao fight, before the eye injury and all that cataract surgery, nobody really thought Errol Spence had that fight coming. Nobody did.
Well, Holiday, I think all that stuff was when I say in play, sir, just that it's being spoke about and it's a real tangible thing that could have happened. Earl and Manny were just blessed enough to get that fight, man. I mean, that's what I think. I mean, obviously both guys signed up for it. They want that.
Bud was trying to get the fight too, huh?
But remember,
to Bud's credit, he was trying to get the fight.
Everybody trying to get the fight, but I'm talking about.
But remember, when Bud was trying to fight Pacquiao, what did Bomac say? Bomac, his manager, he told him, do not sign the contract. Even though it was an 80-20, that was an 80-20 split. That was 40 for Manny and 10 for Bud. So you won't do this for Errol? You want 50-50 for Errol, but you're willing to take 80-20 for Manny? Can somebody make this make sense?
Manny way more money than
No, he does not. No, he does not. Hold on. Wait
a minute. You don't think Manny makes more money? Stay dangerous.
The fight overall was going to make more money.
That fight was not going to make more money.
I wouldn't do it either.
You don't think
I was at the Charlo to see his fight.
Hey, everybody, hold on real quick. Everybody, hold on. Let Fanon get this one for Zenith. Let him get that one.
Zenith 360 says splits are determined by the percentage of past sales, by the numbers.
Thank you.
Bud generates 20% of the revenue and spends 80%. And PBC taking all the financial risk, asking 50-50 is a duck. Y'all want the wheel reinvented just for Bud.
Yes, sir.
That's
I agree.
damn right.
That's the math work. That's the math work that I was talking about. That's the equation. A plus B side.
Man,
it should be 70-30.
Thank you, 360.
Do you know Bud could have sent Errol a contract I mean,
one last one. My bad.
himself.
Greenville Mike said, "Do you guys think this fighter is bigger than Wilder Fury numbers gate wise?" Let me start with
No,
and
no,
answer
no,
that question. Let me go
no
to
way.
Isaac. And hold
I
on.
think
What is it?
Wait, no.
Deontay, I believe
No, hold on.
Deontay and Fury actually touched
Hey,
1.2 million the
They
first fight.
did.
Hey man, hold on. Please. Let me get these 2 super chats. And Matty Yo said, much love in that super chat. Is worth every penny. Thank you, brother, for the support in that super chat.
Salute, Matty Yo.
Greenville Mike got that question. So let's start. Let's go in and give 30 seconds. I'll just trust, what do you call it? Like on an honor system. I'm not going to actually count the seconds, but like on a 30-second response, let's go in a clockwise fashion for this question, okay? And try to do like 30-second comments and go in a clockwise fashion. That way everybody gets to say what they want to say and we go around easy. And it makes it easier for people to hear. All right, y'all go ahead. And to start with my man E Money Bags, the dude that really knows what he's talking about.
I actually think the fight will do more just because at that point, Wilder and Fury wasn't even the best fight, the biggest money fight to be made at heavyweight. And this is supposed to be the biggest fight in the world right now. So I would think that it would do more numbers. So that's my opinion.
You got a D-Web?
No, I don't think this fight will do more than Fury versus Wilder. For one, it's heavyweights. For two, you got 2 entirely different demographics.
Not to cut you off, brother. We talking about 1, 2, or 3 though. That's a good question. 1, 2, 2, or 3.
Yeah, good point.
Because 2, we seen that crazy fight when he got up. So that, you know what I mean? And then 3, he already got his ass whooped. So
We'll go back to number 1 because the first I believe it's the Tyson Fury. I think one was the one that they made 1.2. The other one they made like 800,000, and then So I think we'll go on the one that they made 1.2 million. I think that was the first fight.
All right, go ahead, Webb. My fault.
Either one of the 3, I think it's the same situation. They're heavyweights. You got 2 entirely in different demographics and 2 entirely different countries, man. It's just, I don't think Bud and EJ gonna outsell Fury Wilder. No.
You got it, Steph B.
Yeah, I like what D Webb said. And I'm gonna piggyback off that because I was kind of in the middle. No, I don't think it'll do bigger numbers. For one, like he said, I like that he said those are heavyweights. And then secondly, that was co-promotional. That was Top Rank and PBC, and we all know how difficult those situations can be. And then thirdly, just, I trust Steven, and I trust everything that's coming out of his mouth and his camp and what that's got to do with everything. They have the budget and they got the price set already. And also the demographics doesn't change, man. I mean, we keep seeing in the chats, like, these are 2 American fighters, 2 black dudes. It is what it is, and it's the same demographic essentially. So I don't think it'll do bigger numbers in that fight.
Hey, stay dangerous. You got it, King. Stay dangerous.
All right, I feel like it could do bigger numbers. It definitely would have did bigger numbers 2 years ago. So what I think right now, if Bud don't like to be promoted, bro. Like you don't never see him at out in no event. You don't ever.
That's interesting.
Ever see him they will go on a world tour or a countrywide tour like Errol and Manny was about to do. Not gonna do that. So if he did do that, yeah, it would be no question because welterweight is the division right now. Them guys are up there. Yeah, heavyweight is usually the biggest division. But right now, Errol Spence by himself sells more than all them guys, bro.
Hey, Radzilla, my homie, my brother, you got it. Radzilla Jones, you got it, King.
Man, nah, I don't think so, bro. And then Fury and Wilder, bro, the way they was promoting that fight, they was talking that talk. It was real raspy. So
Yeah.
They promoted that. They did promote it.
Yeah. And that's not Errol or Bud.
Oh, hold on. Fernand, you want to go get those before I go to Mr. I believe the next one.
Thank you for being the impromptu moderator. I appreciate that, man.
I take the duty. I take the duties on. You know what it is, sir.
I'm actually enjoying some good boxing talk this morning. I love it, great effing show. Salute, fellas. Talk, yo, talk. Yes, sir, man. We need to do this. I think we're gonna make this a regular thing, man, because I enjoy this. Y'all can't be like I'm hating. Y'all don't hate no Bud. Brock, my bad. He said, good ish, damn near went through the whole row of Oreos. I will pay for that later. Oh, man, hell yeah. Gas and
salute, Brock.
No worries, though. Much love. Hey, thank you, Brock Hunter. Appreciate you, brother. Glad y'all are enjoying the show. Y'all keep it going, and I'm off of here again. Y'all keep. Oh, hold on 1 second. There's another super chat. Thank you for the support. My man Jeff Miller in the building said, "Biz is factual, not emotional. But so business is factual, not emotional. Bud has so much upside if he takes this fight, and too much downside if he don't. No doubt." Jeff Miller in that Cash App. I mean that super chat. All right, y'all keep going.
Doc Holliday, I see you right there, sir. You got the floor.
Yeah, I definitely don't think it'd be bigger than Fury Wilder for a number of reasons. Like I said, like everybody's been mentioning, it's basically a black fight. If you wanted to sell, I hate to say it, but race sells. If we had a red-headed white guy from Europe that was talking shit, it would be big as hell. If we had a Mexican opponent, it would be absolutely huge. And and there's another factor in play here. Nobody's playing heel to anyone else. There's not a little shit talking here, a little animosity, but if there was really true back and forth, I think it would be a lot better. And somebody mentioned earlier that Bud doesn't do a good job for promotion. That's absolutely true. He does an absolutely terrible job at promotion. He's kind of an into himself guy. So no, absolutely not. It'll do 800,000-900,000 pay-per-view buys and probably another 200,000 stolen.
I like that. With me, personally, I think maybe 700,000 views, which would be a record for Errol, Spence, and Terence Crawford. It's hard for me to see them touching 1 million, but I could definitely see 700. And then you already know there's going to be hundreds of thousands of illegal streams. We saw with Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, how they reported that. I think they found over 20 million worldwide illegal streams, even though they did do 1.2. So, I mean, like, I could see Errol doing maybe 700,000. And then, they did that for the Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. You can go read the reports. They said that they found over 20 million illegal streams for that. So, I mean, given how people don't really pay for boxing and everything else like that, and us hardcore supporters who are willing to put our hard-earned money towards it, I'll give them 700,000, which is still a great number if whatever the price, but we have to depend on what the price is. I think it might be a $90 fight, maybe a $100 fight, depending on what kind of card they.
$99.
Yeah.
The last $99.99 was that damn Manny Pacquiao Floyd. That was $100. I remember that.
Damn near that.
Bro in the chat just called
I want to ask this question real fast.
That was back in 14. Shit.
My first, it's a kind of a two-parter. 1A, has who's that? Yes, has Bud even tried to promote this fight thus far?
No.
And then secondly, I would say, well, this fight has not been announced yet, so there's nothing to promote.
He wouldn't do it anyway.
Wait.
E-Money. Greenville Mike said, E-Money, so should Bud still get 50-50 if he don't promote and put the footwork in?
Bud was on the Porterway podcast and said he wants to do a world tour for the fight, and he's all down to promote the fight. That's what he said on the podcast.
Yo, Sean Porter don't like Errol Spence though.
At all.
Yeah, he don't like him at all.
Oh man,
he has Spence on a couple times, but I don't know if they do or they don't. But he said he would put the work in, and I think Bud has changed over the years. I think Bud's kind of realized some of the mistakes of him not being outspoken. I think we can all agree he has been a little more outspoken lately. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. With that,
you're not agreeing with it. You don't think the last 2-3 years, Bud? I think Bud has talked more in the last 3 years.
I would stay dangerous too. Yeah, he is not. He doesn't. He do barely. Yeah, he don't do anything.
Neither one of them.
I just seen something.
Well, Errol keeps it. Errol's a straight shooter though. He'll keep it real. He's a very thoughtful question answer.
The most promotion you ever got, if you ever see that exchange on YouTube between Bud and Errol when they're next to each other, that's all you're going to get out of Bud. Man, that's it. He's not going to promote anything.
I think this fight is going to surprise y'all. I think Bud and Spence is going to talk they talk in this fight, man. Because I like when you see Spence after the Porter fight, how he was talking. Once you get under that, Errol's a mellow dude. Once you get under his skin, he fires and he don't stop firing. So I think it's going to be entertaining, man. Honestly,
remember, even when he fought Benavidez, and Benavidez was talking shit to him and following him around, the most he said in a threatening manner was, he said, what do you say? Do this before you won't make your fight. He's not really big on that. That's not his thing.
Hey,
That's not his thing.
he also slapped Benavidez.
He
So
slapped him in the
The,
he slapped him
the
on, you're
biggest thing,
absolutely right.
the
He
biggest
slapped him
thing I
on.
heard from
That was it.
I was gonna say is, but I'm not gonna say he's more outspoken. When he do speak, he be a little more belligerent when he talk.
He talks a gang of shit, dude. He talks a gang of shit.
Yeah.
he talked that to Kell Brook. I remember that he was talking all that to Kell
They talk
Brook.
a gang of shit, man. That's hilarious.
Crawford, bro, and the interviewer was trying to ask him a couple questions, and he answered the first question, and then he looked at him. He's like, "I thought you was gonna only ask me one question." I'm like, bro, like me as a fan of boxing and as a Terence Crawford fan, that turns me off, bro, about this dude, dog. Like how are you expecting to get paid so much?
Go ahead.
Do anything?
You keep saying too much. We don't know the numbers.
Hey, real
Say
quick.
too much.
Hey,
Let Fanon get this. Let Fanon get this one.
Hey, actually, if I put it up, can you?
We got you. We got you.
Can you just read it? If I put it up, that's the easiest way to break it.
Yes, sir. For you.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, I'll just keep my camera off, and if I put it up, you can read it. I'd appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. No, so we got right here Zenith 360. He has stated PBC has to bank on Bud doing what he never done before.
Yeah,
that is a good question. That is a great question. Go ahead and answer.
Hey, if there was, you know, let's say the boxing thing doesn't work out and Bud started doing porno movies, he would be on the back of a woman going, "Oh, this is so good." He wouldn't put anything into it, you know. Bud is not the most emotional guy in the world, man. You know,
let me ask you, gentlemen, something.
But Errol don't do a lot of talking either, though.
Hold on. Who's the one that? Wait, who wants to ask the question? Who was the one that said ask the question?
Define what you mean by entertaining.
When they talk,
okay, and
listen to talk right now. Bud or Spence?
No, you got Steph D real quick because I think you wanted to say something, and then I got you, Radzilla. What do you want to say real quick?
It's kind of cliche there, most disrespected. But Dev, you know, like, I mean, do we think the promotion, all that we think about promotion, like, has Bud helped himself in that department overall? No. Okay.
But has Spence helped himself? What has Spence done promotional wise?
Nothing really.
Spence is an Olympic champion.
Collected all 3 belts.
He's an Olympic champion.
That's promotion.
Well, you know, it's kind of a double-edged sword, but it's kind of a double-edged sword because Spence just came onto the scene as far as pay-per-view comes, and he just happens to have the Midas touch. He's blessed in that faction.
And a much better promoter.
Hold on, guys. I got one more. We got.
I mean, you can't take what people like.
Hold on, I got one more. I got Marlon Ionis, 76, and he has said Bud gives PBC a chance. PBC can give Bud the game. It's also interesting too.
They tried though. Wait, no, 6, 7, 8 months ago they tried. You guys remember those rumors where it was like a 2 and 3 fight deal or whatever, and he was so stubborn he didn't take it because low key they were like, "Look, dude, you're not as big as you say you are. You don't believe this. Your own people say you're not." And they tried to low-key help the young sir out. He said no. And then all of a sudden, you fast forward now, and you're talking about 50-50 down the line for everything.
Yeah.
That's not how A plus B works, man. And this is why I get so, not disturbed, but just kind of disappointed when we start talking about these negotiations because people want to discredit Errol for how he's been built and what he's accomplished just to give this other guy some little clout because we think he deserves more money. Like, that shit... That's not even good. That's not practicing good faith in business, man.
My response to that would be this, though. And everything you said right there was true. I agree wholeheartedly with what you just said. But a good response is this: if Steph B is PBC and most disrespected is Top Rank, and I can bring up multiple reports and interviews of Steph B saying, you know what, man, Bud just ain't been promoted right. Like if Bud would have been with us, you know, he would do X, Y, Z. We know that this fight is going to do. It's not going to do regular Bud numbers. You even said, it's going to do more than Spence has ever done. It's going to do more than Bud has ever done.
That doesn't help him, though. That does not help him for this moment.
You have to negotiate in that faith. You have to negotiate in that faith. If you got something that I've been getting paid this, but I know this is going to go out the park, and you gotta look for that.
That's a good super chat right there.
I got one more real quick. You moneybags, hold your thought real quick. This is Marlononius, again, 76, back in the super chat. He said, Spence is an action fighter. action fighters sell, which is true. We do like the knockouts. We do like that. So Marleone is 76. You are right.
Crawford's got more knockouts. We're talking about.
I ain't gonna
knockouts.
say Bud not an action fighter too though. Bud an action fighter. You can't just
come on now.
Bud hasn't fought the competition of Spence. Let's be honest.
But we talking about.
I mean, that's true. Like the top
promoting, bro. Bud doesn't show his face nowhere.
I don't think neither one of these guys really promotes fights that much.
Yeah, thank you, D-Web. Like you talking like
They're
talking
both
like
fighters.
Errol's Ryan Garcia or somebody, and then Bud. Like they both don't really promote anything.
Hey, you know, I'm out here in California. I'm out here in California. I'm a Raider fan, and I went to the Cowboy Raider game on. Oh, what?
He said condolences.
Oh, no, we got one. I was gonna say Holiday. Hold that on. Hold that thought. Only because I'm literally close by you, where I used to be, Los Angeles. I'm close by there. So let me read Mr. VG real quick. He says that I love this panel, Fanon, especially E Moneybag, 1987 LOL. All these guys are Bud haters. We're not, and let me clarify, we're not Bud haters. We're actually Bud fans. We supported, we all stated that we purchased the fights for Bud.
Let me ask that.
They call it the Errol Spence fan club.
Mr. Steph, I only wanted to say this only because I saw E Moneybags and Holiday, how they were going at it. You know, let them duke it out, and I'm gonna let you come in from the side. I'm gonna open up the side door for you. So go ahead and let them.
I just want to point out when I was at that game, Bud would. Spence was at that Thanksgiving football game, and got a standing ovation when he walked out during halftime. I think it was at least 100,000 people there.
Hey, brother, who was he playing? Watch this. Who was they playing again? The who? Web, show that, Web, show it.
I think they were playing the cheerleaders.
No, they were playing. Yeah, the Cowboys. That's why he got that standing ovation, because he was in Dallas.
Well, they lost that game.
Ovation in his hometown.
But they acknowledge Errol. They acknowledge
Errol goes to a Nebraska game. If Errol goes to if Bud goes to a Nebraska game,
if he went to a Nebraska game, if he went to a Nebraska game, nobody would know who he was.
Do it.
Come on.
They don't even know who he was.
Can we get Steph B, and can we also get Stay Dangerous? I know they're itching to say something. Y'all go ahead and chime in.
I just wanted to, to those comments, because now, I'll admit, it's starting to get under my skin, because we keep coming back with the all Bud fans. I am a Bud fanatic.
Breaking up, bro.
We can't hear you, bro.
On this panel. So I'm breaking up. Testing.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, sound better. Sound better. My bad. That's the freaking internet. How much internet they got in California? Step B, can you give me 1 second? We did get another super chat right here from Mr. Zenith 360. He did state, math hates Bud, not us. Stop streaming and buy, which is what we've been saying. Don't steal the fights, pay for them. We agree with you. Yes, sir. No, go ahead, Stephanie. You got it, sir.
I was going to say, what have I said on this panel alone that is hateful of Terence Bud Crawford? I would like someone to put that in the comments.
Nothing.
What have I said that hates on him? I would love to know. So when I go to another panel, I'm not hating. Put that in the chat, please.
I can go.
Hey, Bud fans are just sensitive.
All right, so look at it like this. I feel like Errol fans are Bud fans, and Bud fans are Errol fans.
You're right.
The only difference is Bud can't correlate his followers into dollars because he don't show his damn face.
That's why they just be in the YouTube comments.
Dog, I just seen. Okay, this is music. Lil Boosie Badass just threw a big, huge party. He invited everybody and they mammy to the party. He invited Crawford. He just seen videos of him betting. Say he betting with Bud, and Bud didn't even go.
I saw that.
Yeah, we saw that.
Dog, it's promotion every which way for this man. And you know what he does? He stays in his shell. You know who fault that is? That is Terence Bud Crawford fault. You know who he can't blame? He cannot blame fans. Hey, bro, come out of this BS that you got going on. We want to see more of Terence Crawford. You talking junk in Tahiti, wherever you was, Talking about you looking for the big fish that's not promotion, bro.
That ain't it.
That's disrespect. That's not promotion. You ain't never seen this man over here do any of that. You seen him say he want to fight. When he did say his name, he said it in a professional manner. Otherwise, and the only other time you heard him say it is when he was talking percentages because he was getting disrespected. Like you never seen. That's not how that works. Disrespect doesn't always mean promotion. And that's the only time you hear this man say something is when he's being disrespectful. Like can you name me some things that he's done to show that he wants to be promoted? How can you not do anything and expect to sell? Like that's like you having a business, bro. You do nothing to promote your business. Like me, I'm working towards having a food truck.
That's what's up, bro.
Truck, bro. And I don't go to no college football games,
Yeah.
no high school games. I don't go to any corner. I don't promote it. I don't put it on social media. I just pop out on Instagram and say, "Hey, my food really better than everybody else's food, though." And then pop out. I'll take the truck out, and I'm just sitting there because everybody don't know. You can't go off faith when you're dealing with the business, bro. You go off numbers, like statistics, the way it is and the way it ain't. It's black and white when you're doing with business. All this gray area junk, bro. I don't think that's how it should work, bro. Like you can't think he's gonna do something he's never done and pay him for doing something he's never done. And I'm a Terence Crawford fan, bro. Like
Let me ask you this, good brother. What top ranked fighter promotes good? Who?
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury does a great job.
I agree.
Devin Haney.
I just don't think either one of those guys are really talkative guys. Neither one of them do any kind of hella promotion, in my opinion.
I agree, Wes.
I think Errol just has the bigger homegrown fan base than Terence Crawford. That's a big part of why
he's from Dallas.
Bro, he's from Dallas. He's from a big area.
It's because everybody I know who like Errol like Terence, including me.
Well, remember they also threw Errol's first few fights during the few NFL games, how they were on Fox 11, and then afterwards, literally after the football games, you would see Errol or you see the undercard, and then you hear about Errol Spence. He was built on Fox, and there was a lot of the times they were after those NFL games. Not a problem, but they built them that way to get that kind of attraction when they already have the people eyes on the football game. Oh, we got boxing right now. Then we can see what kind of people or what kind of individuals who have been viewing what kind of multi-sports that they view and they watch. And so Errol did that a few times, and you saw it became a success. Then he got Ocampo, dropped him in the first round, knocked him out, and then built up from there. But he really started dealing with all the college football Saturdays, the NFL Saturdays. That's where he really got his name, built off of.
Hey, Dev, read that super chat. Read that super chat, Dev. A good one just came in. I thought.
Let me see. Okay, I got two of them. I see one from John Bowie that says, "Shout out to the panel and everybody. Please hit the likes. Let's get this video up. Please, let's get the likes." And then the last one that I do see, which is from Hunter Young, it says that Bud has never had to promote because he was an employee with a salary. He didn't have to come out and hustle because how he was paid. Dude, I mean, he had a guaranteed minimum.
He was getting spoon fed.
He did get a guaranteed minimum. Hey, shout out to you, Hunter Young. That was a good one. We also got we got Curtis Sewell, and he said, "Great panel. I definitely haven't heard any hate towards anybody. We're not hating. This is no hate. What up, Bless? We got to get you a wrench, Bless. But no, we're not hating. This is not Errol's. This is not Terence Crawford hate. This is us as fans. We're anticipating the fight, and we want the fight. We want it to get done. Yep. That's all it is.
If Bud had Adrien Broner's personality, he'd be the biggest fighter in boxing.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah, if he was like,
he had Broner personality, that boy be rapping.
If he had Broner personality, he can go in and demand what he wants.
Yep, because Broner can sell fights. Even Keith Thurman.
Is Broner fighting? Did I hear that correctly earlier?
Yeah, he's fighting in July. I mean,
that's for sure. That's for sure, though.
You never know with AB, man.
Look,
Man, both of these dudes just
Oh yeah,
boring,
hey,
man.
yeah, that is
I think they
true.
I think
Hold
I
on,
think
they've
AB
announced
sort
that
of
fight.
Hold on,
blew it
what'd you
up
say,
because
Fanon?
Real quick. Yes, they announced that fight. It
Okay.
wasn't. He had originally said it was in Chicago. It's not going to be in Chicago. It's going to be in Hollywood, Florida. So
Okay.
yeah, he's definitely
I'm
yeah.
good.
That fight is legitimate. They talked about that last. They talked about that last night. But yeah, y'all are butt haters. I'm gonna say that.
Fanon. Fanon.
What's up? Oh, and somebody asked why I'm so quiet. Gert said why Fanon so quiet? Because man, I'm enjoying a good boxing talk like everybody else, man. Y'all hear me run my lips all the time. I told y'all we got highly intelligent, very knowledgeable boxing fans that are not easily tricked and make up their own mind, bro. So yeah, dog. I'm glad y'all. I really appreciate y'all chopping up, man. I've been
We
enjoying
appreciate
it.
Thank you for
too,
allowing
bro.
us, man, doing it. I appreciate it, man. I love
Thank
this.
you, bro.
Hey, dude,
Thank
we
you.
can do this on Saturdays. We can do this on Sundays if y'all want to regularly do it. If y'all show up, I am more than happy to do that, man, because it gives, like I said, man, I'm not right all the time, man, and nor am I alone in what I think. You know what I mean? Bud, you know, the universal thing here, especially when my man stayed dangerous at 24 years old. You got to come around, brother, because I swear to goodness, what you just said is 100% correct. Boxing's operate off the words you was looking for was analytics. It operates off analytics. You have metrics that you should measure your success by. And you're like, okay, what kind of, even like in being a young business, you should have them for yourself. Like you said, using the example of somebody that is like, somebody asked like, who promotes themselves well? Dude, Devin Haney. And the difference between Devin Haney's just doing what Errol did. When I first had a channel, Errol Spence Jr.'s people actually reached out to me and was like, hey, man, I want to see, not Errol himself, but we want to get Errol on your channel. And Errol came by the morning of the fight, talked, man, all kind of cats were able to answer questions from him, right? You cannot find any channel that is a small channel that Bud will actually go on.
Yep.
You got like Bernie the Boxer out there, right? And dude, Bernie the Boxer don't like me, but I love Bernie. Dude, Bernie the Boxer, that dude should go by Bernie the Boxer's channel. Just sit down and ask, hey, Bernie can sit there and be like, hey, man, so what do you think about this, champ? And man, Terence Crawford could be like, look, man, that's bullshit. We working towards a fight, blah, blah, blah. Give some cats a couple little bit of opportunities to ask questions on his channel. Dude, Bernie the Boxer channel blows up. A whole bunch of people get encouraged because that's like, man, the champ, they get to actually talk to the champ. If you are aloof and you don't talk to people, how are people supposed to connect with you, man? Especially when I guarantee you, now watch, this is why these dudes they get so mad because they're literally, I promise you, between 6 channels, I promise you, 6 channels that I know of, there's at least 1 million views a day on the topic of Errol Spence Jr., Terence Crawford, or Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, right? There's at least 1 million views a day where people are hearing this over and over and over again. And for these dudes not to take advantage of it or to have like a representative that they know is close to that taking advantage of it, right? I mean, why would anybody feel like think about this? I have a choice to either go and get a little bit of a fuzzy deal, right? Link, and I'm going to watch the fight, whatever, or I'm going to actually spend $70 to do it. Me, I will not steal. I'm not going to steal. Take, for example, my man, Errol Spence Sr. I'm not going to steal money from Errol Spence Sr., Errol Spence Jr., and Derek James because I've literally had conversations with or been able to add to type a comment and get it back from them. You will be a lot less prone to steal the fights if you do that. And I think that the fact that nobody really has any type of personal connection with them, and if they do, it's getting insulted by their camp. You know what I'm saying? So like one day, there was that conversation about steroids in Errol Spence. Dude, one of the guys that walk in the ring with Errol Spence Jr. jumped on the panel and was like, come on, Fanon, why are you putting out videos about steroids? And I was like, hey, man, I'm saying it was BS. But just the simple fact that I know for sure he watches my stuff. I know for sure I can get a call from him or be able to talk to him about it. It's going to make me less likely to steal something out of his hand. Go ahead, BD Webb, and I'm out. We got about another 7 minutes, about another 7 minutes of the show, and then we're going to have to wrap it up because, like I said, I got I got to go to my kids. I'm going to the fight. I got to go to a basketball game, and then I'm going to that fight tonight in San Antonio. I'm going to go see Samuel Arnold Jr. on the undercard. I'm going to see Frank Martin, and I'm going to go see Speedy
Frank Martin.
I spoke with Frank earlier this week, man. That was cool. That was cool, man. He doing.
I didn't even know you was here in Texas, bro.
Yeah. I'm in Austin, brother.
You all right, Dev?
Yeah.
We gotta make your way out there to Vegas and LA whenever you can come. Come out my area.
Hey, man. Hey. Soon as I've been out there. No, I go to Texas fights, dog.
Hit that super chat up. Hit that super chat up.
All right,
we'll start.
I'll get back out there. Yeah, go ahead, man. But like maybe at like 1 o'clock, I'm gonna wrap it up.
Okay. Yes, sir. Real quick to I see Mr. Doc Holliday's back up in here. To everybody, we'll try to start together a fund. So maybe we can send Fanon to maybe a Vegas or LA fight whenever it does come out here. I'm in the West Coast. I'm in Orange County, California. I'm a little bit south of Los Angeles, where I was born. I think Doc Holliday might know a little bit about that. But continue on with the conversation, gentlemen.
Oh yeah, I was just kind of gonna piggyback off what Fanon was just saying. That's where I kind of didn't agree with some of the comments or with that tweet Errol Spence retweeted where he was kind of taking a shot at new media. I just wanted to get y'all thoughts on that.
I didn't see it.
I'll give my first thoughts on that. First and foremost, let me tell you first and foremost, the funny shit was, he threw everybody under the bus, man. He literally said, all y'all. However, all he said was facts. You don't know what he meant by it, but I will tell you what he said afterwards for everybody that jumped on a high horse about how they were different and it didn't apply to them. For everybody that jumped on that high horse, did you hear what Errol Spence Jr. did the next day?
No.
Yes. Tell him
let me tell what he said. And I'm sorry, Bless 365. This is what he told people. Since everybody want to get on what Errol said. A guy said, look, Errol, yeah, there's a lot of BS out there, but nobody else is talking about you and Terence. What am I supposed to watch, while I'm waiting for y'all to say something? He told you guys exactly what to do. Do not watch YouTube channels. Go watch some pornos. Is what he said. He said he did not say go watch this YouTube channel, that YouTube channel. He said do not go to, and specifically what he said was go to xvideos.com.
Go play with that rabbit
Go watch some free shit.
Everybody.
Man.
Go ahead, man. But y'all tell me y'all do all that, man. My bad.
I was talking about this new media stuff yesterday on one of my good friends' channel on her live, and I asked the question because I don't know who or what, when, and where, how is new media, and then when it came down to it, new media is us, and then kind of piggybacking off what Fanon was giving on a live stream a couple of days ago. Like, dude, we're talking about this fight. We are keeping this stuff alive, good, bad, and ugly. You got to take it all. So I do consider us on this panel new media. And because guess what? The media that we also coveted, that whether we like or dislike them or not, they're not, I'm going to use the P word, promoting it with any type of advancement. So we're keeping this talk alive. Good, bad, and ugly.
Exactly.
Well, you guys ever heard of Muhammad Ali's rattlesnake analogy? You ever heard that?
No. Enlighten me, please, sir. Go ahead.
All right. So Muhammad Ali, he made an analogy, and he was like, if there's 10,000 rattlesnakes at the door and 1,000 meant good and they were not going to bite me, should I open the door and let 10,000 rattlesnakes form a barrier, or should I close the door and stay fucking and stay safe? So what I'm saying, I say that is because I'm on YouTube a lot, bro. I watch Fanon, the LDBC, Boxing Ego. That's what I watch, okay? They're not anti anyone. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of channels, a lot like that. That's very minute to the entire YouTube. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of us took that personally and took it to heart when we shouldn't have, because bro, there's like thousands of channels, bro, that just talk bad about Terence, talk bad about Errol, bro. It's channels that's named Errol Spence, drug cheat, weight bully, Terence Crawford gonna knock his ass. That's the name of the channel. Like,
there's another channel that I saw which is called Errol Spence took the easy road,
like
or the easy route.
Apparently, this panel is Bud haters except E Money. So
And we're not Bud haters. We love. Like, here's the worst thing. I think with Fanon, before we have to leave, because I do believe we're coming up on that 1 o'clock hour. Shout out to the Central Time. When it comes to that, we admitted as a panel we paid for Bud's pay-per-views.
Yeah.
We paid for Victor Postal. We paid for Amir Khan. We paid for Sean Porter. We did that. Like, how can we be haters, but we're supporting the man?
That Postal
Bro,
fight did like 50K, so somebody lying. Somebody lying.
damn, damn, Mr. Jones.
You crazy, bro.
No, hey, Fanon, this was a great stream. I do see that we just came across the 1 p.m. hour. So if you do need to leave, it was a pleasure to have us all on here. And
Yeah,
if we can ever do this,
Most definitely appreciate you.
Oh man, it was my pleasure. Look, do any of y'all got social medias that y'all want people to follow you on, either Instagram, Twitter, any of that? Just let them know.
On IG 1717. Yo, Fanon, I sent you something in your DM. I erased it though, but I'm gonna send it again. If you watch the Sean Porter Errol fight, there's this dude on the right that looks exactly like you. And I said, Fanon, I didn't know you was working Errol's corner, man.
Oh no, that's his dad, man.
Yeah, when he got the mask on, he looked just like you, bro.
But his dad is bald, bro. Yeah, that's his dad, man. His dad is a good dude, man. Really, really good dude, man. Yeah. So all right, y'all. Anybody else got something? I mean, because if y'all just shoot and you don't do the social media thing like that, that's all the better. But just want to let you know if you get a chance.
You can follow me on Instagram at standupguy_Webby.
Guess what's up? Anybody else want to do it?
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all, man. Good talk, boys.
I'm on all you guys. I'm on Twitter.
Y'all gentlemen have a blessed one.
Go ahead, Steph.
Everybody have a good weekend,
Steph,
yeah, I was saying I'm on Twitter. I'm at Clever Monroe 12. And shout out to Chicken Talk. You guys come into our spaces, man. Just like this panel, we talking boxing.
What was that again,
Chicken Talk is great, man. Chicken Talk is great, man. Shout out to Chicken Talk, man.
Yeah, shout out to Lazy Lefty. Clever Monroe 12, sir.
All right, man. All right.
Appreciate you, man.
Peace, man.
Peace,
come back next Saturday, man. We can do it again. Peace.
Already. Have a good one. Hey, come on, drive safe, man. Drive safe.
All right, will do. Thank you, brother. Take care now.
Yes, sir.
And we out.